Gonna be getting back into No Man's Sky. We've got a run currently going that why does that have the ticket? Oh, I see what's happening over there. That's fine. But so we've got a permadeath run going that I literally went into the settings and just said everything all the way to the right. Just turn it all the way up. I want everything as bad as possible because I've already done the permadeath run way back when the game first released. Yeah, no, I realize, Crazy Legs. I mean, these days the people like. Okay, so this is our new save. It's interesting that it's in purple. Oh, I guess because that's just the location, and these all saves are too old to have those. Um, but yeah, now I know there's like people like to flack about this platform and that platform. The one thing is, when it comes to discoverability for creators, sadly TikTok's the strongest. Like just hands down the strongest. The whole like being able to just flip through real fast means instead of like Twitch where if you're not on that first page you're basically dead on discoverability, TikTok still has some. Now, I'm being transparent that the dream is that hopefully people find the channel on TikTok, they like it, they go, hey man, I want to hang out. Maybe they hang out on TikTok, and that's fine. I would much rather they switch over to Twitch because they get paid more. Ooh, okay. Alright, so, evaluating where we're at. We still have the first ship here. It's only got like one cargo update, and that's about it. We do have a bunch of supplies on it. We've got, our backpack is starting to come together. Our multi-tool is a piece of junk, but we only left our first system because we are playing on ridiculous settings. Does this do anything? So I haven't played this station core. Excuse me? Life support system stable. Commercial monitoring online. Flight path management 84% efficient. Atlas Arion surveillance link. Weird. So I haven't played this on a meaningful level in a very long time. So there's a lot of stuff I'm dealing with that is new to me. I think we're saying at about 1 million credits? Yeah, about 1 million credits. I'm not probably going to be able to buy anyone's ship with that little credits. At least no one worthwhile. But I am checking because I don't remember. Yeah, we're going to need way more credits. That's fine. And the tricks I used to know to getting ridiculous amounts of credits, those don't work anymore. I really wish this, like, TikTok panel thing would be a little bit clearer, because it's just reminding me I have to be 18-year-old to stream. And it's like, I am at least 18 years old. I wish I could go back to where there's actually a question, but, you know, that is what it is. Alright. Let's see. So scan unique minerals. I don't remember. Vengeance. Cull subplanets. Creatures. And request a mineral scan from a particular planet. Right. Oh, weren't both of those... Man, it's been so long. Alright, weren't both those in a different system? Yeah, so... Current mission, you want me to go where? Where the heck are you sending me? Right, that was the other ship we don't care about. Yeah, so those are all back behind me, so we're not doing those. So I'm just gonna go right here to escape, go to these mission logs and say, no thank you, no thank you, no thank you. Where did all of these come from? Okay. Weird. I wish you could abandon this one, because I don't care about that one. Alright. So, we're gonna pop in here. For right now... Oh, I see. These are all the missions. I see. Don't care about that one. I think that one's just anyone. That's fine. These are all in a past system I'm not going back to. The community research. Alright. So we're not going to worry about a bunch of those quests right now. For the moment, I have a need for money. So we're going to hit a planet and try and make some cash. And I do know there's all sorts of shortcuts and tricks and all sorts of things to make money much faster. I don't remember what they are because I haven't played the game in for absolutely forever. But I do know scanning stuff and collecting materials and all that works. Especially if we could find like ruins that have the graviton orbs and all that around it, we could abuse those. Alright, so we're going to want to get to a landmass. I don't have my vehicles built yet. And welcome in for everyone who's popping in over at TikTok. I do hope that chat is working over there. I can't really tell. This is my very first time streaming on TikTok. And I just have these big prompts covering half of the chat being like, hey, make sure you encourage viewers to share your live links to invite more friends and all that kind of stuff. It's like, okay, you know, cool on them actually encouraging creators to do the things they should be doing. Is this literally just, from the surface, it did not look like it's fully just a water world. But it is looking very much like it is. We need land masses bigger than that. Try getting higher up because we can go faster up here. Oh, those are shadows from the clouds. Yeah, so that's a water world. No, that looks like a landmass over there. Yeah, so definitely from up here that looks like a landmass. Let's see what happens when we dip back down. Because we want to make the aquatic vehicles and all that, but we haven't done any of that yet. I actually haven't done any of the base building on the save at all. Because the goal is to kind of push for the center of the galaxy. It's kind of easy to mess things up when you're teleporting back and forth and like lose progress. Unless you're very careful. Alright, I got an unknown building. Let's see what that is. Oh yeah, that's not what we're doing. That's the one where you find the eggs and you pop them and like a billion enemies pop out. Not really, like 8 enemies or so pop out. But with our very poor equipment, the risk is just not worth it. Doing a permadeath run, you just don't want to take, you know, unnecessary risks. I don't even... What are you? You just a beacon? And I do have someone over on the TikTok side who doesn't mind if I could just have anything said in chat at all, because this is my first time streaming over there, so I am worried about things not being set up right. And if I don't respond, that means I don't have things set up right. I do see that people are joining and leaving chat. Well, I can't see that you're leaving, but I can see that you're joining. But that could be you're just not interested or you're just vibing. Definitely get plenty of that on the Twitch side. Alright. Do you mind? It's rude to scan people without permission. Alright. And as I mentioned the last time, was you won't see me running around a whole lot yet, because we don't have like our air really properly secured. So I can't really afford to just burn tons of energy running around and launching myself everywhere. We have our resources put on the minimum amount. So I have to be a bit more conservative on my resources till later. Later on, when I got in abundance, I'll stop caring, but for now... You don't have an account? It won't let you? Gotcha. Well, I appreciate you trying. Okay. We've got the main building here. We'll see what we got going on there. Oh, those aren't even considered, like, mineral or anything, they're just background. The electronics life forms. Bright greeting suddenly slows. They tap into their personal data while their facial lights dilate. And internal systems crash. Columns of streaming data, man, I'm butchering talking today, show their power levels spiraling downwards. Korvax, entity, and we have no idea what the rest means. The life form looks to me for help and then points to me at gathered resources with a single, slow, desperate move. Have carbon. Slowly, painfully, the entity inserts the element into the slot in their hip. Gradually, power returns to their shell. The Korvac nods politely. Though they seem a little embarrassed to have had to make the request, they give me a gift as their way of saying thanks. Yay, nanites, cool. Oh. I wasn't sure if it's double stacked that happens. Alright, those plants are a lie. Hi, buddy. No. There we go. Alright, so nothing around the perimeter. Alright. Long ago, it seems, an automated distress call went unanswered. If I could crack the encryption pattern, I could potentially extract the coordinates. Alright, so 1, 2, 6, 24. Is this the pattern where it's add then double? No. I always forget these ones. So 1 and 1 is 2. Those together and doubled is 6. Putting those together and doubled doesn't do anything. Putting that together doesn't double. Some of these, like, I used to know all these. So my instinct just wants to say 620. But I'm going to go 720 because I'm not going to do the math. I don't care. Hey! There we go. Because the way it was exponentially growing, I knew I could just rule out all the lower ones. I just didn't feel like doing the figuring out for that one. It was 2 times 3 times 4 times 5 times 6. Gotcha. Yeah. I used to sit there and take the time to like really figure out all those, and then it's kind of like, eh. So a distress signal is a pretty good one for us to find. That'll probably be a wrecked ship. It can be a couple things, but ideally a wrecked ship. Because our ship is a smoldering pile of garbage. So a wrecked ship would be pretty nice. Alright, so we're just going to take off a little bit. I also needed to scan stuff, but I didn't do that at all while we're there. Yeah, so we need to get higher in the atmosphere, and then we can just follow the planet's surface. It did not lock onto that because it didn't have a good angle, but that's fine. We're up here now. And it should take us right in. It's basically the opposite side of the planet. I was actually waiting for it to be in the ocean and have to accept it was out of reach for me right now. Until I got everything set up. Okay. So actually we'll scan stuff when we get down here. Get our credits. And those are in a cave or something below us. Come on. Alright, so we got our distress signal right up here. So it's actually one of the ways you can make ridiculous money in this game is if you get yourself a multi-tool with a lot of space on it, and you go and take the, there's a thing for when you scan stuff, that you get like a multiplier on how much you get paid out. You can actually take those and stack them really high, and just get absolutely obnoxious amounts of money per tick. Okay. And it is a downship. Awesome. Because even if we don't decide to keep the ship, usually when you get the down ships and you get them back to station, you could scrap them and make good money with that. Well, actually, was it money or nanites? You basically get something worthwhile, is the important piece. Alright, so let's see what you got here. Okay, so we compared. That is a B-class ship, so that's a nice step up. So it's got a ton of damage systems we're gonna have to fix. But, again, B-class ship. Yup. There's our landing gear, that's the first one. We'll need a metal plate, that shouldn't be hard to pull off. Just have to wait till we recover our life, then we can go around and start picking up stuff here. Yeah, we'll patch this ship up real fast. Now, if we do a good job when we get some surplus materials, then that'll work even better, because then when I go and I get a new ship like this, I can just hop in, shove all the things in where they need to be going, and we're good to go. Alright. Hey, and thank you for the like over on TikTok. I don't know if that's supposed to show an alert or how any of that works, but, you know, figuring it out. I'm having the sneaking suspicion that my chat is not working on TikTok side. Unfortunately, I don't have a way to verify that, because if I can't see chat, I can't see people say stuff in chat. Oh, my inventory's full. That's not ideal. So let's see. Exosuit for right now. Go ahead and drop you into the ship. And you into the ship. And you into the ship. Just dumping a bunch of stuff into the ship real fast. Alright. Hey, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Just dumping all this stuff in here real fast so that we got some inventory space to work with. Hi, are you friendly? You're wary. That's fine. Alright, so we are looking for stone. I definitely will need to adjust the volume of that alert. I do apologize. I am streaming on multiple platforms at the moment. So it is a thing that this is literally the first time I've streamed on TikTok, so expect some pain points. I'm gonna have to hide the thing that says people joining. My god, that thing goes absolutely ballistic. Alright. Yeah, I know I need to fix everything, that's why we're here. I gotta figure out how I can hide that. That'll be very distracting. And I am someone who has ADHD, and the last thing I need is something in the corner just rotating names super fast. Oh, wait. Where were you? There's a small pebble I have not discovered yet. There you are. There we go. Alright. Grab the sodium down here. Here's a bit more defense. And if at all possible, if there's anyone either on the Twitch side who can just make sure the chat... Actually, you know what? I don't need to do that. What am I talking about? I could just literally pull up the stream on my phone for 2 seconds, type something in the chat, and make sure it's working. Because I'm getting paranoid that the chat is not working. And I just need to verify that. So next time I need to recharge my stuff, I'll do that real fast. Yeah, oh sorry, Canadian Mountie, I'm talking about I am streaming multiple platforms. And so I'm trying to verify that the chat on TikTok is working. You see nothing. You see nothing. Be cool. Be cool, man. Alright, let's go ahead and pop in here real fast and do a quick test real fast. So bear with me. While that's doing that, I'm gonna do a quick test here real fast. Let's pull that up. Make sure I'm muted so you don't have to listen to me in echo. That's not what I'm trying to do right now. I want to search for myself. Go to the live one. Go chat. Testing. Chat. Boom. Alright, well... that's discouraging. Give me 1 second. It would appear my chat on TikTok side may not be working. Actually, that panel might be entirely locked up. Let's try and close that and put it back here. Am I missing something about how this works? I mean, we allow comments. Okay, maybe that was it. So I will test again. Testing chat. Take 2. I have no idea how this works, so I do apologize. I'm not trying to ignore you on TikTok. I have the chat window open, and all it does is says remember to create a safe space and follow community guidelines. So I don't know if chat's just not available. Well, actually, I could do this. Testing 3. Well, that shows up. Which weirdly that doesn't show up in the app, man. Okay, I don't, and I always get distracted, so I have no idea. Because it shows up in the chat when I type into it on that. And weirdly it says there's 2 comments on my stream. Now it says 3. Okay. So, I do apologize if it seems like I'm ignoring you. There's something going on with the chat on TikTok side that I'm not sure I'm getting everything. Maybe it's because I'm typing in my own channel kind of thing. It's fine. I'll try not to let it distract me too much. Alright, come on. We're just getting the ferrite dust to continue working on repairing this other ship we found. It's... what the... that all of them? No. Look at that majestic. Yup. Gotta look majestic. What's the point if you can't look good doing what you're doing? And thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. And for the record, I do anonymous follows. For those who don't know what that is, it's just a thing that when someone follows, I'll call it out, but I won't say the name kind of thing. And it's not me not wanting to recognize the name. There's just a lot of people who prefer not having their names called out, so I try to honor that. Oh, that's a new one. Alright. So pretty soon we'll end up needing to set up our processing thing. Alright, let's get back up here to our ship. And we'll end up processing some of that into pure ferrite and all that good stuff. Man, TikTok is a different world on like the whole viewership thing. Like you can see just the ridiculous number of people who are tuning in and out. Like I was told people tune in and out real fast on TikTok. It's just the nature of how it works as a platform. All right, so we got that in place. We need to make the harmonic seal or whatever it's called. That's going to require some condensed carbon. That shouldn't be too hard. Let's pop here real fast. Grab you. Why can I not? Oh, I missed. Wait, don't I have one? Did I put it in my ship? Let's pop out and check our other ship. See if maybe I accidentally stored it. That is one of the weird things you run into with these, is like sometimes you'll hop back and forth between ships a whole bunch of times. Might as well mine on the walk by. Okay. Get out of my way. Alright. Yeah, that's exactly what I did. So good news is it does let me actually go into my ship's inventory and take stuff out of it. What else am I probably going to need right now? I might... Well, I mean, that's what I'm making right now anyways. So I can't use the Q thing to just change inventories with that, which is weird. The cobalt might be useful. We can make that into better materials. The hydrogen will probably be necessary. Probably won't need the ionized cobalt. We'll probably want this. Grab you. Alright. What are you all running from? Just me, I guess? Alright, so that should let us repair the thrusters, which is getting everything in line for being able to do a lot more on that end. Okay. Yeah, for those who are, Oh, thank you for sharing the channel. I'm very new to the live content on TikTok, so there is going to be a lot of learning stuff going on here. So, I don't know the implications of a lot of the things that are currently happening, but that's fine. So we got a photon cannon, we've got shields I don't have the stuff for. These are all just damaged components, so those as we fix our ship will go away. That requires chlorine. Chlorine, okay. You require platinum, pugnium, golden chromatic orb, deoxide wiring looms. Yeah, so that's gonna take some work to fix all that. That's okay though. The big things is to get these back online. So I need more microprocessors, which I will have to buy, but that's okay. We should have what we need. Condensed carbon I needed for something? I thought we needed condensed carbon for something. Ah, we are going to need carbon in general, though. That's not great. And we should have here some copper that I could drop in there. Yeah, we need to be on the lookout for carbon specifically. We gotta look for plants. Actually, if I kill you, what do you give me? You are durable. Meaty chunks. I believe I can turn those into carbon. Alright. Hello. There we go. There's some carbon. And more ferrite. But welcome in. Yeah, I've got the game set up to the absolute maximum difficulty. Literally, when I started the game, I just took all the bars, pulled them all the way to right, and said, let's go. But that makes it a little bit more interesting. The goal for the run is to just get to the center. Ow! I didn't think it was nearly close enough. That's fine, we'll kill it. Okay. I need to be focusing on carbon. You see nothing? Be cool. No one needs to die here. Especially not me. So I imagine I could probably refine these down to other materials. I was just taking all the stuff out of my old ship and moving it over to my new ship in general. Oh, stuck in the wing. That's fine. Alright. So, not a whole lot of carbon opportunity on this planet, but that's okay. I just need enough carbon to get by. Because now you're getting a B-rank ship here. That'll be good. At least an improvement. It'll take some work to get it where I want it, but that'll be fine in general. So okay, so you did manage to get that done. So if I process these, what would I get? Nothing. There's tons of things you can usually process down to other materials. All right, I don't have a need for that other material just yet. Those don't process down to what I want. That'll be like refined metal. What about you? Nope. Usually process, I think, oxygen down. But the goop. Alright, so in that case, might as well just have that processing, because you don't use the salvage directly, at least not that I recall. Oh, there's a cave up here. That'll be good, because we can potentially find more stuff to scan in the cave. And probably find some more stuff we can process down into other materials. Alright. So deal with our hostile flora here real fast. I do believe some of the stuff like the oxygen that we can actually turn that into carbon and all that kind of stuff.
Temperature levels stabilizing.
There, that's the piece. Alright, so it's too steep for us to stand on, that's fine. So that's cobalt. Oh, slag. That's what I thought. The stalagmites and stalactites are different things. So it's looking like this is a big old cave of mostly just cobalt. So you got a relic right over there. Okay, we can use this for a bunch of different things. Can't remember if those process into carbon when you put them in the refiner. Double check that. Been way too long. Oh, they're literally just sitting on the ground. Okay. Of course it's full. Alright, what do I care about? You're gone. So they only stack 3 high. Well, not that big a deal, kinda sucks. Okay, we can stack those. Alright, so got more relics over there. And I believe if you do run out of energy entirely, you can still collect stuff. You just gotta bash it. It is very inefficient. It's really not worth your time unless you're desperate. That might happen. That's okay, though. Alright, so let's keep dealing with this. What can move around? Actually, I don't care about that. We can turn those to not be geodes. Alright, and the tiny little bit of silicon we'll get rid of. Same one from yesterday. We have yet to die in this run. It does seem like over the years that the permadeath run, even maxed out difficulty, has gotten easier than it used to be. Because like I said yesterday, it used to be when you'd start these runs, it was just brutal right from the beginning kind of thing. That you'd spawn on a planet, you'd almost have it like pouring rain or a toxic storm or whatever the event was, and every time you stepped out of your cave or whatever, you'd have like the 3 arrows just watch your environmental protection just drain rapidly. So it kind of became this whole situation of wait till the weather to break, and then when I say run, I mean walk to not burn the oxygen you don't have. And just quickly try and make your way across. Alright. Trying to go like carbon. There was something here we haven't analyzed yet. May have actually destroyed it already. There we go. Because you never know when you're gonna get lucky. It'll be like some random rock will give you ferrite dust and then platinum, or you get the idea. It'll give you like a secondary material that's actually kind of a pain to go out of your way for sometimes. Go away, Sentinel. Nobody likes you. Everybody judges you openly. Oh wait, I didn't even hit the distress beacon. The high-tech ship's emergency systems activate as I climb on board, and a hologram appears before me. The lights in the mask it wears seem to be wide and dim. The pilot calmly reports news of his imminent demise, and the noise of explosion of tearing metal can be heard. The hologram disappears, leaving an array of glittering technology and devices behind. Some of them still look operational. Tech. The research ship carries fascinating technology advancements. I scan the blueprint. I can now construct one of these advancements myself. A teleport receiver. Nice. Oh, hey. I didn't know I could do that. Alright. Alright, so. I don't technically need the hyperdrive. I'd definitely like to get the deflect. Never mind, we can do it right now. I was gonna say, I would like to get the deflector shields online before we go anywhere. The sodium nitrate I'm not too worried about. The shield improvements I'm not worried about. It looks like we have a lot of the base stuff here. The first thing I'm gonna do is move a bunch of this stuff over to the ship. Now go down, well actually, we'll grab this. And how's my inventory with those? I got one slot left. Not really ideal. Oh, I can drop this in there as well. Then go over here. Grab those organs I saw that I can't seem to find now. There they are. Oh, interesting. That's all fine. What about the ship's fuel? They're all maxed out right now. Is there anything I could shove materials into just to clear up some inventory space? Yes, there is. Yeah, none of these are available quite yet. Yeah, most of those are actually just, the magnetized ferrite is just taking ferrite and just processing it up several tiers. The chlorine, I'll have to figure out where we can get that. Activated copper. So I know it's not, I think it's the bigger refinery maybe I get the activated copper from? It's been a while. So I got 2 spots available of my inventory right now. So go down to our old ship. Take a couple things out of it. I believe the inventory on there, I can't remember if it gets deleted when we should leave it, or if it retains it. I just have to like go out of my way to collect it again. It kind of can be a little bit of a pain when you have multiple ships. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Alright. So, let's see here. The navigational data, we definitely want to hold on to that. I don't really care about most of the rest of the stuff. Like, even the silver I'm not super worried about. Honestly, I don't know. Yeah, if we do lose that rest of the stuff, I won't be upset. Okay. So, now we got ourselves a better ship. What we can do is try and go out of our way to find a planet to get some of these materials for that better ship. Because we need gold, we need platinum, we need putnam. We need just a bunch of random things. It'll all be stuff I have to make happen. Alright. So, if we look at the activated copper, I'm not sure we could do right now. So gold. Yeah, so it looks like we need to find a source of chlorine. We need to find a source of gold. I'm parfuming that. Trying to remember what's even on this planet. Seeing if we have any mineral resources. There's copper nearby, which isn't a bad choice. Phosphorus might be processable into chlorine. I don't remember. Natural burial site. Alright, well that's 600 U. That's actually a pretty good trek. Yeah, we'll just take off. Alright. Let's get to the station and sell a bunch of stuff to clear up some inventory. Alright. Atlas interface. We already did. We'll check it. I say we already did the Atlas interface in this system, right? I'm not misremembering that. Cause that was last stream. I think we already did it. Okay. And for those new to the channel, I do stream for usually 11 hours a day, 6 days a week. This is what I do for full time. That said, what is even happening right now? Oh, it didn't take me in. Okay. That's weird. So usually what'll end up happening is I usually stream about 4 or 5 hours of one game and then spend the rest of the, day on the other game. And I switch up the games often, which is the reason I'm not saying a specific game one or the other, because I am a variety streamer. So with all that said, it's still a good couple hours out, like 3-ish hours out before we do the first switch. Now, my understanding on the TikTok side is when that happens, to change my category, I have to stop and start stream. Like, it doesn't have the ability to change the category and keep the game up. That is my understanding. It could be wrong. Okay. Okay, so I don't think I have been here before because I'm getting words by running over these things. Alright, so let's get a bunch of words here. Game name? This is No Man's Sky. It's a very exploration-heavy kind of game. You get ships, you go between planets. You spend a lot of time like the surface of the planets, collecting materials, scanning things, so on and so forth. Pretty solid game. Oh, interesting. I can't scan those. I guess I've already been to this one. Yeah. So I've already been to this one, but apparently they gave me words again for some reason, which I'm not going to complain about, because that makes my life a little bit easier for having conversations later. Oh, I'm still burning life support in here? Interesting. I thought this was like the station where I didn't have to worry about that. What's my opinion on Team Fortress? Team Fortress is a perfectly good game. I haven't played it in a very, very long time, but I used to play Team Fortress 2 quite a bit. I tend to play a pretty good mix of the different characters. You still play? Yeah. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to stream. That's actually one thing that's interesting with like Team Fortress is like a lot of games of that style of genre don't really last, but that's those ones that kind of sticks around forever. It just manages to have like this really good balance around a lot of it where like chill. I don't particularly have a favorite character. I generally just don't think a lot of stuff in like favorite, least favorite, top 10 or anything like that. That said, I would play a lot of Scout when I'm playing Team Fortress 2. Generally I would find fill whatever role felt needed filling, so like I might roll scout, I might roll medic. I didn't do heavy too very often. Like heavy's like solid and all that, but I generally found, yeah, we've already done the stuff in the station. I generally found most of the time with heavy that like there's always someone who wanted to do it, and then a lot of times that's not where your gap was in your group. Like a lot of time it was making sure you had a medic, making sure you had someone who was at least a solid offense character and a solid defense character. Because unfortunately the reality was like a whole lot of people would go either like sniper, engineer, whatever, and that's potentially fine, but when too many people go those ones, you know, you just have that gap in what your team needs. That just, it gets frustrating because no one can make any progress because everyone's standing back sniping and accomplishing a whole lot of nothing. People forget about the objective. Alright. Are there any missions we're going to do right here on this planet? I wish it would tell me where the planet is relative to here, but we can kill 11 creatures. Alright, so downside is that didn't actually get much out of my inventory. We have navigational data. Alright, the Corvax looks up swiftly, scans me, and reveals the catalog of maps and charts. Purchase a random map for a little bit of nanite. We can exchange for specific charts. So we can exchange a couple of charts for... Oh, right, I forgot about these. Yeah, we get emergency, which would be stuff like more wrecked ships. That suddenly does remind me, before we get too far... I believe I can call my other ship here. I don't remember half these controls. Summon another ship. Okay. Let's see. Is this a PC game? So this is on PC. I believe it's on PC, PlayStation. I don't know what else it's on. Can I choose my other ship, though? That's the question. So I'm not used to it saying I need to have my other ship at 100% fuel. I'm not sure how you would you'd account for that. Because, like, my ship is probably just laying on the ground somewhere down there. So we have salvage technology. Gotcha. Only on the anomaly on the planet? Gotcha. Yeah, you used to be able to do it here, I thought, as well. It's on Xbox Game Pass? Oh, yeah, if it's on Game Pass, that's solid, too. Yeah, I know it's on both consoles and PC and all that. I'm probably just going to sell stuff for inventory purposes and not worry about it. So switch to sell. Yeah, so much this isn't worth it, hardly, I think. Get that out of my inventory. Get this out of my inventory for right now. Take the ancient key, because we just get more when we're at wherever they're at. Take the organs. Take the viscous fluid, take this, take the livers, take the rusted metal. And here we keep the rest. What do you salvage a ship? The main ship gets spawned in station. Yeah, so it gets spawned elsewhere. But yeah, that's fine. So what do I need to fix the hyperdrive? Chromatic metal's not a big deal, microprocessor. So let's try and go for gold, pugnum, perifnium, chlorine. See if we can find these materials in system. There's a planet we're just at. It does not have most of the materials we're looking for. Well, it has the Petherium, but it's also got aggressive sentinels, which is something I'm a little worried about engaging with. And actually, it looks like it's only those 2 planets in the system. Really? That's it? So even if I went there, that wouldn't be able to get me what I need, because I need both. Let's see. Yes, what's your opinion on Roblox? I have not played it. I don't have a strong opinion about one or the other. Oh, as far as views, this is literally my very, very first day on TikTok streaming. Normally I am streaming actively right now on Twitch as well. Used to get like a whole bunch of views on there. Like in the past, I had the world record for the highest kill count run ever streamed in Project Zomboid, 135,121 zombies killed in one character, one life, on harder than apocalypse settings with no mods to change optimization or vehicles. That said, that record's been beaten, but I used to hold that record. Yeah, it's really worth the cost of repair slots to ship unless you want to keep it. Yeah, and that's the thing I was looking at it. The question is, do I want to exchange it for... Where's your... There's your pilot. Because I could trade to a ship that does have most stuff. Next, let's see. Make an offer for the Lifeform ship. Yeah, so I could sell the ship, this ship, for a quick 1.5 million or whatever. I worry it's going to cost me the inventory ship, but that's really just silicon powder, or silicate powder, and cobalt, which we can fix by just going right like this. Maybe we just sell this ship real fast. Take the 1.5 million. Gotcha, no problem. Yeah, it does seem like I'm talking to people in 2 different places. That's because I am. Alright. So, give me the cash. Give me the money. Give me the money. So I need 5 more slots of inventory. It's interesting that I could sell some of this stuff earlier and then I can't now. But you get different plays at different markets. Me willing to sell it like well below market just to clear up the inventory. Okay. I want to keep the sodium. That's going to be important. Go ahead and take that. I can get it anywhere. I'm not using the projectiles yet, so that's fine. I'll want those for the hyperdrive. We can get rid of this. You know, honestly, that's like trace amounts of silver. Let's get rid of those trace amounts of silver. I want to keep the now. There we go. Give me the money for that. And this. Switch the ship. Sell that. That'll do. What's your ship worth? Way out of my budget. Yes, it is. Okay. So now let's scrap the ship. And that gave us a bunch of materials to now sell. Oh, right. I forgot they give you really nice upgrades. To just shove in your ship with no cost whatsoever. The downside is this ship's got... Oh, actually, we do have pretty good room for it. Okay. Let's move them over here so I can see what I'm doing easily. So you can make our shields better. Door. And the pulse engine upgrade, so we can take our pulse engine and shove them down there. Cool, so those all work together. And I just got a bunch of brand new materials that we can turn around and sell. Vortex cubes are useless. Okay. So sell. Cool. So with that, what we can do is immediately pop over to this guy and go, alright. I would like to exchange for an emergency distress chart. And an exosuit upgrade. So one to up my inventory, and the other to give me a place to go find myself potentially another wrecked ship or downed freighter or something like that. Alright. So I assume, once this stops taking up my screen, I pop into my inventory and those are just sitting there. We will be turning around absolutely immediately and docking to get out of that threat. Because we are definitely not equipped for a fight if we don't have to. Let's try this again without being rudely interrupted. There's the symbol. Is the game multiplayer now? Yes, it is. I haven't done it myself, but it does have multiplayer now. They did like a phase where it was like kind of ish multiplayer, where there's like a glowing orb that represented the other people, but now it is like properly multiplayer. So, this planet is a very dangerous planet for me to go to. Oh.
Technology recharge.
Need to refuel. Alright. And the reason it's so dangerous is entirely the aggressive Sentinels. Because Sentinels will absolutely escalate, and I really don't have much in the way of meaningful weapons. So there's that whole bit I gotta deal with. Alright, so get the drop pod and all that kind of stuff. Oh, I'm just noticing... Alright. I see one thing I got just on the side of TikTok, which is I just noticed the chat thing is showing whenever someone joins. And it's just this endless thing of it being like, such and such is joined, such and such is joined, such and such is joined. So let me fix that real fast. If I go to chat box edit, hide new views, apply. Okay. Don't see me. Let's be cool. Be quick about it.
Technology prepared.
Okay, an antimatter housing and carbon nanotubes. I'm slightly short in carbon. Be quick, be quick, be quick. Come on. Alright, and we can go here. Oh, I also need to go and...
Technology recharge.
Alright, so we managed to sneak off before the Sentinel aggroed us. Because it scans us, even taking off, they'll send, like, fighters after you. So we're not intending on staying here any longer than I have to grab this thing and get off the ground.
Technology prepared. Technology prepared.
Cool. And upgrade. Let's get the heck off this planet. Can I make more launch fuel? I need a metal plating.
Technology recharge.
We can go here, and where are you at? Getting our emergency signal. An abandoned building detected. That's not really what I was looking for, but of course it's on this planet. Okay. So we're gonna do a flyby to see what type of abandoned building is. If it's like one of these ones that's gonna be really dangerous, we'll just move on. Because this planet is real sketchy for permadeath. Very much want to get to a different one. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Actually, wait. You can do these... do I take the risk? I remember there's a trick to these that you can do. They're still real dangerous. For those who don't know what the danger is, those eggs, I want to say, are worth a decent amount. But when you open them, absolute murder pops out. But if you could jump up on the roof, you just camp on the roof and wait them out. It'll despawn. You know what? I don't care that much. Not doing it. It's not worth it. Like, they're valuable, but they're not that valuable. They're not risk your run kind of valuable. So we still need the hyperdrive fixed, right? Did we get that fixed? Oh no, we had the hyperdrive up. Right, because I switched off the ship that had its messed up hyperdrive. Alright, so in that case, galaxy map, and we will switch that to the next Atlas station. Because unless it's changed, we get our... If I remember, we get... I mean, it's probably changed. We used to get our black hole coordinates from the, from the Atlas. Okay. We don't need most of the stuff there. Let's dock at this station real fast, get our inventory upgrade. Alright, that was weird. Oh, is that not the front of the... No. Is that not the front of the station? No, that's the engine. Oh, there we go. You just ask below for black gold cords? Ah, gotcha. That's not how you used to do it. It used to be the Atlas station. I think it was the Atlas station used to go to it and it'd say, hey, what do you want? X, Y, or Z, and you would choose the one between options. Gotcha, we'll probably do that, because that's gonna be the trick to getting to the center of the galaxy is get to the black hole, jump forward, restock whatever I need to restock to keep going, get to the black hole, jump forward, repeat. Do you have a better one of these for me? Not really. It's technically 2 slots better, but I'll hold out. Alright. Let's see, the Atlas path uncovers all black holes once you complete the quest line. Gotcha. But realistically, getting into all that, there's going to be risk involved. Alright, what is your ship worth? Way beyond my budget? I mean, I'm at 3 million, so we're getting there. But we get lucky and we find a solid S-class ship crash, we can do that. Alright. So I think I'm gonna do is... I should have gotten coordinates, it's fine. They've got that planet. But what is the purple icon? Oh, freighters. Gotcha. This is a weird track. Yeah, copper, phosphorus, selenium. There's a whole lot of ships jumping in right next to us. Sadly, I definitely won't be affording those. They give you a free freighter pretty early on. We'll end up doing a couple jumps doing that. Alright, well, let's just go ahead and see. That's not what I wanted, it's what I clicked. Oh, you're saying there's good money to be made on a dissonant planet? Alright, well, I mean, I'm down. I don't remember which one is the dissonant. Is this the dissonant planet we had? No, that's a cabled. That's Boiling Doom. That's toxic. I didn't see a dissonant planet. Are you just saying, like, in general, or is it something I've overlooked? Yeah, that's fine. Alright, so let's go ahead and get the anomaly to show up. Oh, the whole system would say dissonant. Okay. I didn't check what the system was, I just kind of go through. Water. Then go here, check where the next black hole is, and plan to go that route. Because I don't remember... So I remember the path you have where you have, like, the other person who's, like, forgotten their memories, and you go through and you do the whole thing. I won't spoil that one. But that one gets really nasty towards the end because you go to, like, these super sentinel heavy planets and all that, so you have to be, like, really careful. It's not just go to them, you have to, like, traverse parts of them. Unless that quest line's changed in some way. I believe I did the new Atlas path at one point, but I don't really remember it very well. I want to say you just had to like get the Atlas orb thing and keep upgrading it till it hits its max level, and some of the materials you need are a little bit tricky to get a hold of, but otherwise, I don't think it was a horribly difficult thing there. Okay. We were so lonely, Nada and I, before we found each other, before we found you, friend. All of you. So many friends to share time with. You feel the same, I hope. Oh. I remember... I don't know why I can't ask you anything. I think originally it would clog up your inventory, yeah. Nada and they're between worlds, yeah. Yeah, so I can't seem to do anything with them right now. Oh, we can check here with our nanites and see what we can make happen. You got me start a new run in No Man's Sky? I need a break from Starfield? Gotcha. So this is the ship upgrades. Yeah, no, I asked Polo, and Polo had the same thing where Polo would just have like a dialogue thing, and that was it. Alright. Oh, that's things to upgrade parts. But we can get our conflict scanner and that. We'll end up wanting those in the long run. We'll need the cadmium drives to visit more systems. Actually, hold off on that. That's not what I should be using. There's construction. There's exosuit. We have this, which will let me do hazardous materials. I think that's the big one there. Oh yeah, and we can make a personal refiner on our person. I think this is what we'll end up getting a lot of as well. So we'll end up doing some of the stuff in there to keep ourselves alive. Got something nice here. No, no you do not. They also need the advanced miner. We already have that unlocked. Waveform recycler. Insert a multi-tool. Allows the device to recharge. It's just faster recharge than scanning. We've got a bunch of weapon tech. Combat scope. That just helps with weapon. Cloaking device. Let's see, multi-tool weapon systems. That's like almost mostly around combat. Yeah, so we probably want some of these items over here, but don't worry about that right now. I have to bounce between some of these, but that's not what I want. The big things will be focusing on stuff that are going to be around survivability more than anything. So let's plan to deal with some of that. That's for underwater. This general hazard protection. We got more rocket power. We'll end up needing all of these, but you know, buy another exosuit slot. Oh, yep. Take my money. And we'll get the underwater one as well. They don't have room to put a lot of these things on yet, but that'll be okay. Yeah, now I'm guessing it's one of those things, or either that or it's like every so often you can do it. That's still fine. Like, we're in the early situation that I need more money to get myself a more defensible ship, that kind of stuff. Because we don't get that sorted out, I start pushing towards the middle of the galaxy, it's only a matter of time before I run to a fight I can't make it through. Like I said, when I did this challenge the first time, which was way back, and I was not streaming, I literally got into a system and just basically printed money as hard as I could. And then when I made enough money, I turned around and just went with that. Alright, so rather than fight my way through all this, what I'm going to go ahead and do is we're just going to advance the next system. Okay. Maneuverability? Yeah, I mean, it depends. Like, there's lots of things you can do. Like, right now, I do have some money, but not a whole lot to work with. They have aggressive sentinels on that planet. Magnetized ferrite in that one. Aggressive sentinels in that one.
Hostile scan detected. Warning. Threat detected.
Okay. Using black holes is one way to get to the center. Getting the first glyph and using the portal is way faster. Seems to always work. Right. Back when I first played, they didn't have the portal things. Like not like they do now. I think they had where you could teleport back to a system you bookmarked kind of thing, but not. No, actually, I take that back. There was certain teleporting locations that you could find, and then you'd enter the pattern, and if people gave it to you, kind of thing, you could figure it out. Oh. Okay, that's interesting. I'm not going to do that until we get a better one to start with, but that's cool. Alright. Are you in my budget? Ooh, you are, like, way at the edge of my budget. But, that's 17 slots. Lower damage potential. Better scan range. It doesn't feel that much better. I mean, the 17 slots will be really nice, but it does already have an advanced mining laser and the upgrade there. So if I move that, that should upgrade both of those. And then all I would be missing is my terrain manipulator, which is not expensive to make. I already have an advanced mine? Oh, right, I didn't finish building it yet. We lose the personal force field. We'll think about that one. It's expensive, but it'll be a step forward for us. I think it would do it. Let's see, it now estimates the target if you don't have the exact location due to how the coordinates work. I'm using the first glyphs will give you roughly 5k away from the thing. Interesting, gotcha. Yeah, I think I'll take it because it is going to be a class higher and it will give me 9 additional slots. So we will exchange our tool for it. Not that that makes that big a difference. And just like that, we go from having a whole lot of money to a whole lot of not having money. Actually, move that over here. So those are all hooked up together.
Technology installed.
We'll need carbon nanotubes.
Technology installed. Technology installed.
Alright, I'll need a wiring loom. Do I not have... I don't think we have any of those left. Pretty sure I used them all. Yeah, alright, that's fine. So we can do in the meantime, is let's take some of these stuff I don't need on my person. And chuck it in there. Let's pop up here. And get ourselves another distress map. See if we can't manage to grab ourselves a another ship to trade in. Okay. Specific charts.
Product received.
Just gonna do that. Alright. So, we're looking at our exosuit right now. Oh, sorry, our multi-tool. So, I can make the... We'll need a total of 5 carbon nanotubes. I already know I don't have the carbon to do that, so we won't worry about that right now. What I can do, though, is pop in here. That's an abandoned building. Observatory. Freighter crash site. And we'll go through some of these and check them out as we get all that going. Distress signal. That's probably a ship for us. Don't be on the... You're gonna be on the Sentinel planet, aren't you? Nope, you actually are not. Oh good, they're all on the same planet. That works out real well for us. It's surprising that all of them are on the same planet. Oh.
Warning. Threat detected. Technology recharge.
There we go. Yeah, I'm not gonna go start bounty hunting. So we can't understand it. Sure, I'll offer to repair. They gave me a whole bunch of nanites. Yeah, like if we get like super duper set up combat wise, I don't mind bounty hunting. Like the flight model in No Man's Sky was never my favorite. I played a lot of games like Elite Dangerous and all that kind of stuff, and I much preferred their flight model. You're looking pretty sleek. Oh, good. I landed directly on it. It's fine. Yeah, this is what I'm used to running into when I start one of these runs. That, get on your first plan and just deal with this garbage where, like,
Storm clearing.
you practically melt instantly on the surface. And you have to, like, scout, like, go dashing across the surface in between the storms. That's my experience when I used to play, the permadeath runs. You'd end up with planet after planet like that. Yeah, this is the memories. Like, yeah, I remember, like, literally you'd find, like, a single, like, rock outcropping, you'd dash over to it and just hide under it for a minute. Before, like, planning, like, where's the, you know, the next place that looks like it's not gonna hurt real bad.
Units received. Units received. Units received. Units received.
Okay.
Units received. Units received.
And like I said, eventually we can get scanner upgrades. Then each one of those they scan will get like hundreds of thousands of credits all at once. I clamber to the cargo ship and find its black box. As soon as I touch it, a holographic image of a panicked reptilian trader appears. Perhaps its message for their superior, perhaps loved ones, it's impossible to tell, as a playback is hauntingly silent. In its final moments, the trader seems to point at some freshly installed ship tech before dropping to its knees in despair. Inspect it. I discovered the poorly installed tech caused the crash. I scan its blueprint. Now I can construct it myself. An economy scanner. Cool. I think you have to get to a certain mission milestone until the nasty storms unlock, at least in your starting system.
Falling.
Yeah, that's just not how it used to work. It used to be when you chose the ridiculously hard ones, you just started with everything awful. Alright, so that ship supposedly is worth 31 million. So let's just hop on into that bad boy. So I need to make a hermetic seal. Oh, I still have all my stuff in my other ship. Okay, so what we're gonna do real fast is grab everything out. We now have way more materials to work with. Well, inventory. Okay, it's actually pouring rain in real life. I'm sitting there, it's like, man, it's weird how much this game's, like, how realistic this game's raining sound is. It doesn't seem like it's raining that bad. And it's like, oh wait, never mind. Alright, so I need to make you.
Component repaired.
Can't see because you got the big shield down in the way. Condensed carbon is, I believe, what's saying I need for that. You could get rid of that message if you don't mind.
Component repaired.
Okay. So, we just need a hermetic seal. Granted, it's raining pure acid. Yeah, you know what happens. You don't have to repair it if you just want to scrap it. Oh, like literally I could just take my ship. Like now that I've claimed, I can just take my ship back up and it will just show up at the station and I can sell it? Let's go ahead and deal with this.
Toxic protection. Falling.
course, there's sentinels everywhere. You can spawn the new ship in the anomaly and then fly it to the station from there. Gotcha. And we learned the word Gek in Gek. Weird. I mean, it'd definitely be the safer approach because then I don't have to worry about combat situations. Because that's the danger of this one is I patch it up real fast and I try and fly and it's just in bad shape. I mean, that works. It's interesting that that works despite not fixing the landing gear and engines and all that, but you know. Who's keeping track? But that'll be good because that'll be a nice influx of cash. Alright.
Toxic protection. Falling. Units received.
Okay. Well, in that case, we will...
Warning. Threat detected.
Right. We've already scanned all plants, right? It's fine, let's get over here. Alright, and I'll have to take the time to actually mine some materials and all that. Yeah, so you're saying what I could do is fly all the way over here. Fall in the anomaly. Jump in my ship in the anomaly. And then take it in for scrapping. Because my hope is that I can make some money and upgrade our ship. Like, I don't mind. Like, there's one of the times I played through the game that I literally found, like, an S-rank freighter or something like that was, like, just... It wasn't maxed out, but it was, like, really, really far along. That is just like, yeah, I'll fix the engines on that, and then slowly patch the whole thing up. Which is actually, like, a lot of fun to do. Yeah, that surprisingly works. It should just get out there and you exit the station, it just drifts. Yeah, no working engine, it just can't fly. Just kicked out of station and just no hope of survival. What's interesting is I'm still seeing the icon for the distress signal for this. Alright, and I'm not going to fix that whole thing up because, while it's a nice ship, it was straight up like Swiss cheese. So supposedly that ship in its initial thing was worth like 30 million or whatever. That's fine. 4 million worth of materials.
Inventory full.
We already upgraded our inventory here, right? Yeah, I did, because we bought all the parents. That's fine. That still give us 4 million. In your case, you found a really awesome fighter. at the start and became like a freelance scientist getting stuff for cash and upgrades. Yeah. Alright, so I gotta sell some junk. Go and get that out of here.
Thank you, Chaotic Awesomey, for subscribing for 17 months. Hey Rual, sweet cape.
Thank you, Chaotic Awesome, for the tier 1 sub. I really do appreciate that. Been subbed to the channel for 17 months, so I really do appreciate the continued support. It does mean a lot that you'd support the channel this long. Thank you again. I hope you enjoy your advertising for viewing as well as access to the emotes. Alright, so we got all that going on. We're just dumping stuff out of our inventory, and it is quite the dapper cape. Alright, so we cleared out a bunch of stuff, so now I should be able to scrap the ship. It's definitely a dapper cape. And as a reminder for both people on the TikTok as well as on the Twitch side, I am streaming to both platforms today. So we're just checking that out, seeing what that, we got going on with that. We'll be figuring out a little bit more around that. Give me the scrap. So, it does seem like I'm talking to someone who's not there. That's basically what's going on. Ooh, alright. What did you give me? Okay. Do I want to sit there and use these? So this is the debate I'm having about keeping these or not. So I'm probably not keeping the ship in the long term. At the same time, having some of these things for a little bit of extra defense is not necessarily a bad thing. Yeah, so to significantly upgrade that. Positron module. Yeah, so it's this thing. And a starship shield strength. I might go for the nanites. You have to go for the nanites. Oh, you can easily switch out modules now? I thought it was, I believe it used to be that when you installed them, they were there. I used to always get the freighters just because you can. Ship modules. Alright. And I already bought equipment from them. Okay. So... we need more fuel for you. I need more chromatic metal and condensed carbon for that. A huge change is when they separated the tech and cargo slots and didn't allow players to install mods into cargo slots anymore. Gotcha. Okay. So, I do have one more jump's worth of materials on me. I think. Yeah, okay, I do not. Alright, so I gotta get some more fuel. So... oh, right, the crashed freighter. Wait, don't I still have... you? Distress signal? Where is the distress signal at? Hey, Vortis, how's it going? Over there, conveniently. Oh, right, I'm about to run out of fuel, and then had to refuel. That's fine. But while we're down there, we're gonna try and get some hyperspace fuel. I'll have to get the condensed carbon and the metal. Honestly, with the money we're making, we'll probably just be able to, like, buy those materials and not worry about it. It's actually not that far from the observatory. Yeah, no, I see what you're saying about with the distress signals and all that. Then you go to the system, buy like 5 or 6 of those things, and just keep cycling until you get a distress signal. Okay. Oh, back off, Sentinel. Be cool about it. Alright, so it's going to give me the offer of some kind of homemade security system. Like the rest of the ship, it's a mishmash of technology. I'm going to search the pilot. Let's see, we search the grub-like crustacean with its exoskeleton. Tech proves the reward for the exertions of heaving bloated corpse off the controls. Yeah, so I had a feeling that is going to be sabotaged if we... What's that? Cool. So we just improved our life support, which is pretty exciting. Okay. I also remember in this going out of your way to get the Atlas Pass things, that those end up being like extremely invaluable. Okay, so that's an A class. Ooh, supposedly we're 27. And surprisingly, its landing gear's actually together. All that said, what we're gonna do in the meantime is I need to get the carbon. That's pretty far out there. What I'm looking for is sentient plant. There's the observatory. I mean, I could travel to 500. Yeah, Atlas Pass is worth it. Oh yeah, no, you just go in there and you get materials again and again and again, like, 'cause it doesn't get used up, so it's so powerful. So I really do appreciate it. It's fascinating seeing just how different the two platforms are between Twitch and TikTok. Like, you know, all the people liking and, you know, following and all that kind of stuff. It's just very different experiences. That said, and I was warned about this beforehand, like the people pop in and out of TikTok side super fast. They don't stick around for long periods of time, a lot of them, which is fine. It's just a very different format. Alright. Let's start heading over to the copper. I think it was consumable at the beginning. I remember the materials weren't that bad, so you just grind up, like, a surplus when you first did it, and you didn't worry about it. Okay. Oh, be chill, robot.
Units received.
Hey, straight up condensed carbon. Oh wait, I don't have a terrain manipulator in this multi-tool, do I? Because we switched multi-tools. So I would need 2 carbon tubes?
Protection falling.
Oh, I'll have to deal with that in a moment. That's fine. Okay. You see nothing? You see nothing? Be cool.
Toxic protection falling.
Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream.
Technology recharge.
Oh, it's warning me about the Venus flytrap thing.
Protection falling.
Alright. So get all that picked up. And I got to take 2 seconds here in just a moment to quickly deal with my nose and all that, so bear with me. I'll be muting the stream and putting up in away screen and all that.
Received.
Oh, actually, I just realized I don't have... Nearby structures being targeted by pirates? Okay. So unfortunately, TikTok side's not gonna have everything sorted out, but that's just a matter of this is my first time streaming on TikTok, so I just got stuff I gotta get sorted. All right.
Toxic protection falling.
Okay. So let me deal with that real fast, and I'll be right back. So thank you again so much for everyone tuning in. I'll be back here in just a moment. Yeah, I can't put together a scene real fast on TikTok side. Can I even do that? So add a scene. I'll deal with that off stream. All right, so I do apologize. The TikTok side, you're gonna have like a moment of. I'm just gonna do this. We can go to text, add text. Be right back. And do they have dyslexia available? Do they have that font? Yes. Yes, they do. Alright, so add source. Put that up there. Alright, so I'm going to take 2 seconds to quickly deal with this, and I'll be back here in just a moment. So thank you again for tuning in. I'll be back in just a minute. Oh, and also, sorry, TikTok side. You're going to hear the clips that are playing on Twitch side, but I don't have things set up for you, unfortunately. You got beat up too, so... Is it just like because I had an expensive colony earlier? It's like, no, we're just going to keep this going. Just, no, never let up. Just keep it going. Ambrosia addiction, why not? Let's add it to the pile. Disease gutworms, okay. What is this? Oh, good. Ducks join. I actually would like the ducks. The ducks would be lovely. Rare thrombo. We're gonna leave those alone. They're gonna eat all my plants. It's deeply upsetting. So prisoner, begin converting them. So let's see. Let me hide that text real fast. So lock that, hide that. All right. So sorry about that. And the game should come back. Just juggling with having to deal with things on multiple platforms and all that. Still got pain points I gotta figure out. Alright, so what I was doing is I was going to my multi-tool and I needed carbon nanotubes. And chromatic metal, that's kind of actually a problem. I shouldn't have gone for this. It's fine. Alright. Sorry.
Toxic protection. Falling.
So I should have enough sodium to keep us going.
Units received.
What are you?
Received.
An ancient data structure. Alright, I'll bite. But first,
Protection. Falling.
because it's right here.
Toxic protection. Falling.
You need to keep collecting carbon. Ah, a unit of navigational data. Sure. Alright, because I get the carbon nanotubes. Now the problem is, I need copper to make the materials I want. Oh, do I not have 3? Okay, that's fine. Do I have any copper left? I do, actually.
Toxic
Alright.
protection. Falling.
It's a shame there's not a cave anywhere nearby. We're playing a dangerous game by just staying out here. Yeah, don't worry about Sentinel, it's cool.
Technology recharge.
There's the copper.
Toxic protection. Falling. Toxic protection. Falling. Technology recharge.
Okay, just check for anything new to scan.
Falling.
Okay. Can I make what we need here for ion battery? That's not that expensive. Did I need that for something? No. I mean, there's the ones there, but that's fine. Okay. So I can burn some ion batteries to recover my materials. It's a shame you're hanging out right here. You'll, of course, cause trouble the moment I start doing stuff. We already done? Alright, please tell me that was enough. It was not. Okay, let's see what else. Oh, I didn't even sell the materials we got from the other ship, did I? That because of chlorine. There comes ionized cobalt. And unfortunately, I don't have what I need here to deal with this. Just get back to the ship and we'll worry about that in a minute. Really, the terrain manipulator requires the thing that... I'm building the wrong thing. The terrain manipulator just needed... That is on me. Okay. I was sitting there, it's like, wait, how do they have something that requires the materials you get from it to build it? And then it struck me that as making the wrong thing. Or granted, I want the other thing too, but that's fine.
Technology recharge.
Now that, I should be able to make the other carbon nanotube, and with the carbon nanotube, I should be able to go here. And now we get our carbon. By that I mean we just go up to a perfectly nice planet and just cut a giant gaping hole into its surface. As you do. Alright. Let's get back to our ship. Because that means I can refine that stuff later. Alright. So these things are pretty good. But I didn't have a sentinel hovering right over my shoulder. Because getting carbon and oxygen out of stuff is just walking around and topping off your materials. Okay. Alright. So that's pretty solid. We did get some more data. But, it also makes me curious that what I probably could do is I could probably actually, Yep, that trick still works. There. What I say, what I could probably do is once we leave this site so it's not considered here anymore, not even head back to the ship immediately. Just literally leave the site. Hit a little button here, go to our exosuit. Where's that data? Did I use the last one, maybe? I think we used the last data. Never mind. We can go back to the station. I was about to say is I could just spawn up another ship real fast. Okay, so I do need to get more fuel soon. So we'll have to... Actually, wait, do I have more fuel? No, I do not. Got a source of silver. Not looking for silver. Looking for titanium. Next time I get to the station, there's usually a asteroid belt near there. I'll focus on hitting the asteroid belt for a minute. Alright.
Technology recharge.
Okay. Let's get back to the station. And when we leave, we'll get like a stack or two of titanium for ourselves. That way we don't get stranded out here. Because X is where things can go. Alright, I guess let's do it right now. I mean... It's weird they like unloaded everything. It seems like stuff is like loading and unloading into my area here for some reason. Alright, get this music out of here because I have no idea what that is. Other than disaster. Okay. That should give us a decent amount. So let's go ahead and turn this in real fast. Well, I mean, when I say turn this in, grab another ship real fast, take it over there. I'll have to sell the stuff in my inventory, then go and take apart the ship, get more money. And I'll probably head over to the next system. Because I was like, I could just buy the materials to keep going. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and pop those just to see what we get. All gold? Yep, that's fair. Alright. So we will call our ship.
Shield down.
Yeah, it's just a little on fire and broken and dangerous and almost gonna explode around us. It's fine. And in the next system, I'll see if we can't try and make the black hole thing happen more. Because I'm debating if I'm going to sit there and pursue the Atlas path, and just see how that goes. And if it looks like it's going to get real dangerous, then we'll, you know, we'll play it safe. All right, so first, let's drop this off. Alright. I don't need that, I don't need that. Give me the money for this. Go and sell that, I don't want to carry it. Give me the money for that. Give me the money for that. Alright, so that's pretty good. That puts us up to about 4 million. Screw up some first strike. Richard? Hey, Hunya, how's it going? Oh. Keep making ourselves some progress towards the middle of the galaxy. There's just the time spent making a little bit of money, because there'll be some systems we get into that are, really dangerous places for us. Alright, so did you give me any meaningful mods? A spaceship shield module. Yep. A pulse engine module. Okay, so that's pretty good there. Alright. We can go ahead and run over here. And sell this junk. Good, you got VR? For this the other day, and it's been hilarious. Oh yeah, now VR can be fun. Some of these games can be a little tough to do VR. They can be pretty rough. Let's see. So there's another 400,000.
Received. Units received.
A storage augmentation. Salvage starship can be used to expand the starship's storage capacity. Okay. I believe I have to take that to the thing over there. I don't just, yeah. Yeah, I know it's, I actually have no idea how this one does in VR. I know I used to play Elite Dangerous in VR sometimes. Like, it was really good VR experience. It's just really hard to put in long hours in VR. It just almost always ends up being rough. Yeah, finally gotta close your eyes when landing a ship to avoid nausea. Yeah, anytime... So I do a lot of work in software development with accessibility. And anytime you're dealing with, sorry, you're dealing with, like, taking control of the camera, it's just a bad time. It's kind of, I'd be like, yeah, just never, ever take control of the camera from the player. Especially VR. I wouldn't use it? Yeah, no, I probably should have saved it, but I was like, whatever. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to, it's gonna be 100, yep. That's fine. Either way, I think it is time. We needed more fuel for hyperspace, and I don't believe I have the materials I need to make that, do I? Oh, I actually do. You're on a PSVR 2. It does seem, it does work very well, I find, specifically with the depth. Yeah, no, I very much enjoyed what VR I have played. It's boiled down entirely to the whole problem of there's not many games that do VR well. A lot of games, they weren't meant for VR in themselves. They just kind of bolted VR after the fact, or they're a VR first game that never really kind of worked with it. All right. Yeah, so I think the plan is going to be focus on trying to, let's see, what's going on with this? You know, there's a lot of VR games that just, or games that are VR first that are more gimmicky than having depth to them. The other problem you run into with VR experiences is while they're getting better about where you put them on your face and they breathe around it, generally speaking, they tend to cause all sorts of like heat discomfort kind of things. a noxious planet. And we have a contaminated moon. An acidic planet. A hazy planet. Alright, well. Let's pop into the space station for a moment, get our backpack upgrade and all that. Put down the anomaly and see if Polo or whatever his name is will talk to us about trying to find a black hole. Otherwise, like I said, I'm going to keep pushing towards Atlas and approaching it that way. Yeah, so with the PSVR too, you can wear it for 90 minutes before you need to take a time break. Yeah, part of that though is going to be majorly on the game side of point. Like you can have games that are really well designed for VR, that you can have long game sessions before they start really kind of getting to you. And then there's ones that are really poor sessions that I've talked about before on the channel. That in the software dev stuff, one of the things I did in the past was, sorry, I was looking at that. One of the things I did in the past was I was working with a group that they were trying to research ways to help treat people with motion sickness. You know, come up with stuff that, like, when people get motion sick, that they, you know, can help mitigate symptoms, all that kind of stuff. I don't have enough navigational data to make that worth it. And so what ended up happening with that was we had to be able to predictably make people motion sick. Well, the way we did that is we would just take a VR experience and we would have you sit there and you'd have, like, I think we played tones. That we'd play tones around you that you're expected to look at. So you'd have, like, a tone to play over here and you'd look over at the tone and it'd be like, hey, you got the tone, and you'd do, like, the next thing. But we made it so that when you rotated your head, that, like, if this is the camera and this is my actual head moving, it would be, like, twice as fast. And just, I could have you completely just down in like 5 minutes. You'd be completely ill. That, like, you'd rotate your head and your vision moved at like the incorrect speed for it. It was one of those things that, like, okay, we're doing a good thing, but it also feels real bad. Now, granted, for all the people who are participating, everyone knew what they were getting into. We weren't just arbitrarily making people horrifically motion sick just for the giggles or whatever. People knew they were going to be, like, beside themselves sick to help out, but they wanted to, you know, help, you know, push that thing forward. Alright. Yeah, so I don't get a choice of sitting there going, testing is testing. It's like, hey, I mean, we went in with the intent of making people real sick. So that, you know, you could test, because it had to be, like, consistently sick. So, it worked. I don't know if the research came to anything. Like, I was just there, like, doing the contract thing and making the software, and then once that was done, like, they'd reach out to me if they needed more, but it was a very simple thing. It was just like, you know, knock it out in a weekend, kind of, not a whole lot into it kind of game. And then you move on from there. But it was pretty rough thinking about it. We're just going to advance the next system. We're not going to stick around in this one.
Technology recharge.
Because we don't have much navigational data, so there's nothing really keeping me at this system. And we just want to kind of push towards the next Atlas thing. So it's telling me my next jump is out of jump range. There we go. Oh, it's targeting the wrong planet. Okay. As I used to have issues with motion sickness with just playing regular video games, the first person, I have no idea if VR would be worse or better for me. Usually it's worse. By and large, it's worse. Because at least with, like, an image, you have the surrounding area you can kind of not focus on.
Hostile ships approaching.
This is real dangerous. I shouldn't be doing it, but... Where is the entrance here? Okay. I don't know what's happened.
Shields down.
I, like, snagged the edge of the ship.
Technology recharging.
I, like, snagged the station. I don't really want to fight them. I get this is probably for the free carrier, but I don't want to deal with it. You don't get motion sick with anything else, so you're wondering if localized movement is the problem? Gotcha. So, like, you're seeing one part of your vision not moving, you're seeing another part of your vision moving. Yeah, the big thing that usually gets people with motion sickness is, like, the inconsistency of you're feeling one thing, and you're experiencing a different thing between your eye and your inner ear, which are the things that determine, like, balance and feeling of movement and all that. And your body naturally, the assumption at least, is your body assumes you've eaten something poisonous or whatever. It's kind of how the body reacts to it. I'm not gonna be able to afford that, am I? I mean, I can. It wipes us out. But then we again go back to not having our stuff on here. But there would be an A rank with a lot of its ports open. I think we hold off. We're not fully utilizing what we've already got, so I won't worry about it yet. Okay. Yeah. Right, so what ends up happening is your eyes say, hey, you're moving, and your ears say, no, I'm not. And then your body's natural response is like, okay, clearly I've been poisoned and I'm dying or whatever. Is the freighter gone? I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if the freighter disappears. Isn't the body amazing? Yeah, but that's the classic of technology has moved faster than the human body has been able to adapt, causing our bodies to not be great about it. I mean, you're telling me to go summon this thing, so sure. Because they haven't been giving me the stuff. I need to look at what we need for the Atlas material or whatever to keep that progressing. We'll also pop in here with our nanites to get some more tech. I mean, I found a workaround for myself so I could enjoy it. Yeah. Like, everyone has different stuff to deal with. Like, I typically don't get motion sickness, but if a game is particularly poorly implemented, like, it doesn't matter how hardened you are around that stuff. There's just certain things that will push a body to its limits. Like I said, that software I set up where the rate the camera moved was disproportional to the way you moved, it didn't matter. I'd have all these people show up and like, nah, you can't. Like, it'd be like a college thing because we're right off the college campus that people will show up and think they're all that, and absolutely be completely ill. Alright. Okay, so we'll check this. So we got 500 nanites.
Item received.
And how much is your last upgrade? That way we can go to any system we want. Because there'll be material costs I'll have for each of them. I can imagine you going, oh, you think you can handle it, huh? I mean, I wasn't like one of the doctors who was actually sitting there doing that. Like I was just kind of sitting there like, you know, I'd be around when we first implemented it to see if, you know, if there's problems with the software and all that kind of thing. But the doctor's like, yeah, they're like, you're going to get motion sick. He's like, nah, it's never caused. Like, no, we're just like, we're not lying. You will be motion sick. There's no question mark about this. There's no hesitation. You will be motion sick. You will be extremely motion sick. Just so you know. This isn't about how tough you are. We're not calling you a wimp or anything. It is, you're a human being who has an inner ear. You're going to be motion sick. Alright, do we stick around in this system and collect materials or not? We probably do if we got any good planets. Is there really just the one? No, there's another one behind this belt. So I've got copper and magnetized ferrite. That might actually be worth doing. That one's got activated copper. There was something we looked at earlier that we needed activated copper for. That requires cadmium. So, we can score some copper here. And that'll actually be kind of useful. One moment. Sorry about that. Yeah, so we can score some copper here. There should be a relatively...
Threat detected.
Okay. So part of the reason we're not fighting ships more than we need to is, if I remember correctly with the scaling of the ships combat-wise, is it's based on your ranking in combat. So if I start fighting ships and winning, they'll send tougher ships at me. And when you're playing not in permadeath, you do that. With permadeath, it's one of those things that you don't want more dangerous things attacking you if you can help it. Yeah, that looks like it might be interesting. Alright, because we gotta check out some points for some navigational data and all that. Storms of Desolation. Cool, sounds pleasant. Hey look, our life support is just straight up being deleted.
Temperature levels stabilizing. Ground protection fully.
Okay. This is going outside in summer? Yeah. I was about to say, do you Florida? Oh, did I not get my nanites? Okay. Because, this is Florida afternoon.
Levels stabilizing.
If you're in the summer and you're in Florida, congratulations. This is afternoon. Torrential downpour, and you die of heat.
Fully.
I'm actually gonna jog this one. Alright. The warrior's nostrils flare as I approach. They inhale deeply, tasting the humid air that has followed me in this once sterile facility. They bark out what could be a warning. I hurried, mime that I am peaceful, and know little of their kind or language.
Storm clearing.
Yep, we didn't understand a single word. They take a second to think. Then they grab their multi-tool, barking again into my visor, streaking it with saliva. They point at the mining beam charge indicator, then at my backpack, and I do my best to keep calm. Here, you want carbon. Grunts of satisfaction, impressed both by my gift and my understanding, they teach me several words in their language. Yay! So is this on survival mode? So this is literally, we started it on custom, and we set every single difficulty setting, and we turned them up to the max. So it is permadeath, it is the planets are as toxic as awful, we get as little resources as possible, recipes are as expensive as possible. Alright, so. Yeah, so you watch, it's just positioned to the left. So if we look at this, the 17. So 17 goes, it shifts one to the left, rolling over, so 1, 7. Just one to the left, so the next one should be 1, 7 in the middle positions. I discovered the location with the distant stars. Gragra? I don't know what that means. I mean, it says distant stars, or maybe literally the other planet in the solar system. But you know, who's keeping notes?
Thank you, Chaotic Awesomey, for gifting a sub to Menisk.
Whoa! Whoa! Chaotic Awesome dropping 50 tier 1 subs. 50
Thank you, Chaotic
tier 1
Awesomey,
subs.
for gifting a sub to
You didn't
Patriots.
typo that, right? I mean, I know it's September, but holy crap, that is a lot of gifty subs. Well, so
Thank you, Chaotic Awesomey, for gifting a sub to JWar45.
on the TikTok side, you're gonna hear all the alerts with the names read out. At least I assume you are, and you're not gonna see the alerts and all because I don't have it set up there. Because why
Thank
would
you,
I have
Chaotic
that set over
Awesomey,
there?
for gifting a sub to Rhetorica I answer.
So we're gonna be in this for a minute because that is a whole heck of a lot of subs that are going to be read out one after the other after the other.
Thank you,
the
Chaotic
other.
Awesomey, for gifting a sub to Arzi.
So let's see. It's what, like 10-15 seconds per alert. So you know, 4-ish alerts per minute. It's just gonna be like
Thank you,
10,
Chaotic
12
Awesomey,
minutes
for
to
gifting
15
a
minutes
sub
of
to Moonwitch.
straight up alerts. You have induced chaos. You and it's pretty awesome. So I mean, living up to the namesake. I'm gonna try and read through the names.
Thank
What's
you,
going on?
Chaotic Awesomey, for
So thank you,
gifting a
Chaotic
sub
Awesome,
to
for the
Elizabeth Regina.
50 gifty subs to the channel. So Menisk, Daytrox, J War, 45 rhetorical answer.
Thank you, Chaotic Awesomey, for gifting a sub to Anvil Steel.
One moment. AZ, Moonwitch, Elizabeth the Regina, Anvil Steel, Tony Soprano, Gabagool. Ooh.
Thank you,
Midnight?
Chaotic Awesomey, for gifting a sub to Tony Soprano's Gabagool.
Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce your name. Midnight is what I'm going with. If I got it wrong, let me know. Zach Ali Pak, Flincha, L2 Ponte. Some of these names.
Thank you, Chaotic Awesomey, for gifting a
Alright.
sub to Midnight.
NFP Dreams, Truffle Snout, Visit, Juniper Whispers, Chaos Grenade, Bats McBeardy, Tear Salt,
Thank you, Chaotic Awesomey, for gifting a sub to Zok Alipok.
Galoxers, Joycey Fruit, Billy Ryder, Alanorama, let's see, CV Runt,
Thank you, Chaotic Awesomey, for gifting a
Still-
sub to
still
Fincher
working on it.
66.
Mrauri, Zero T Zadrot, let's see, Adora Moon, 555 Entropy, Benny
Thank
1979,
you, Chaotic Awesomey, for gifting a sub to L2 Ponte.
Wild West Rob, like the name, Day Later, Quint Game Studio. That's for those who didn't catch Quint Game Studio. That's
Thank you,
That's-
Chaotic Awesomey, for gifting a sub to INFP Dreams.
That's the developers behind Rogue Station, so they now have a sub to the channel. Heli Dusk, NG Saint, Manai Onyx, Ala Kebab.
Thank you, Chaotic Awesomey, for gifting a sub to Truffles Now.
Let's see. Carl Stir, Specbot Na, Razlak, Biofreak, Burroquada, Mr. Peanut,
Thank you, Chaotic
almost
Awesomey, for
reading
gifting
them.
a sub to Fizzard.
Zarina, Dunder, Milfin, of course, Dreamfly Remix, Alexander, Alexander
Thank you, Chaotic
A4X.
Awesomey, for gifting a sub to Juniper Whispers.
Let's see, Dicey44, Oni776, and Borsteak. You now have yourself some nice advertisement for viewing, as well as access to emotes whether you wanted them or
Thank
not.
you, Chaotic Awesomey, for gifting a sub to Calcinia3 Nade.
So thank you so much, Chaotic Awesome, for the ridiculous number of gifty subs. That is wonderful. So thank you so much. You only need 22 more to meet your gut.
Thank you, Chaotic
Thank you.
Awesomey, for gifting a sub
Yeah,
to Fats McBeardy.
So like we had a big generous month the last month for the streamathon, so it's like slowly ticking down because that's what happens. But that definitely jumps us back up. It'll take a minute for that to update, by the way.
Thank you, Chaotic Awesomey, for gifting a sub to TYR Salt.
The people on TikTok side are probably like, what the heck is going on? Generosity is what's going on. That's what's going on. But yeah, so it is sub
Thank you,
Subtober.
Chaotic Awesomey, for gifting
My
a
brain
sub
cannot
to
handle
Glopsis.
multiple inputs. It is Subtober here over on the Twitch side, so it's what, 25% off, I believe, for subs. And I believe in the last
Thank
couple
you,
days
Chaotic
it does
Awesomey,
include
for
gifty
gifting a
subs.
sub to Joy Seafruit.
I predict some tweaks to Robot in the near future to not announce each sub separately. I have not done so because if someone wants to drop 50 gifty subs,
Thank you,
we are going to
Chaotic
ride
Awesomey,
out
for
all
gifting
50
a
of those.
Sub to Billy Rid 3R.
Like, if people want to shut down the channel by just having alerts, hey, that's you're directly supporting me. So I mean, why would I stop that? But
Thank you, Chaotic
how far are
Awesomey,
we through
for
that
gifting
list?
a sub to Alana Arama.
the Lanorama is not as far along as I thought we'd be. Maybe halfway. Let's see.
Thank you, Chaotic Awesomey, for gifting a sub to CVR3.
Am I doing all the content or focusing getting into the center? I am focusing getting to the center. I do not believe realistically people would hold interest in this for me streaming it
Thank
to
you,
do
Chaotic
literally all of the
Awesomey,
content.
for gifting a sub to Murray.
It's just the unfortunate reality is the people of Twitch tend to hold interest in stuff for about 30 seconds. Now, my understanding...
Thank you, Chaotic Awesomey, for gifting a sub to Zero Zadro XD.
Now, my understanding is, while the people of Twitch hold interest for about 30 seconds, I understand the people of TikTok hold it for like 15 seconds. So yeah, so it's something we'll do the playthrough.
Thank you, Chaotic Awesomey, for gifting a sub to Adora Moon 345.
Now, that doesn't mean I won't do any other side content. It's just, you know, the goal is to survive to do like the new Game Plus, like go to the center of the galaxy and do that bit.
Thank you, Chaotic Awesomey, for gifting a sub to 555 Entropy.
Yeah, it's just one of those things that like it's very hard as a content creator unless you main in something to take the time to do all of the things, unless the game doesn't have many things.
Thank you, Chaotic Awesomey, for gifting a sub to Benny1979.
And thank you, Senchi Cookie, for the 100 biddies. I really do appreciate that support. It does mean a lot. So thank you so much for that. Oh man, that's getting
Thank you, Chaotic
a lot.
Awesomey, for gifting a sub to Wild West
Cookie.
Rob.
Cookie is helping. Cookie is being a supportive cookie. Cookie likes to throw bits every once in a while. Keep things fresh.
Thank you, Chaotic Awesomey, for gifting a sub to Daylighter _
Okay, sorry about that. Daylighter wasn't the last. I was
Thank
gonna
you,
say.
Chaotic Awesomey, for gifting a sub to Quint Games Studio.
Yeah, it's like Daylighter's not the last one on that list. We're getting close. We probably have like what 5, 6, 7 more to go. I am wrong.
Thank you, Chaotic Awesomey, for gifting a sub to Heladisk.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It's about 14 or 15 to go. So we're getting to the last of it. Yeah, so
Thank you, Chaotic Awesomey, for gifting a sub to NG Saint.
yep, Chaotic Awesome is being heckin' generous, and thank you about that. Here you drop in, you're like, yeah, let me just drop my
Thank you,
my
Chaotic
renew
Awesomey,
and a
for
casual
gifting
50
sub to
50
Miana
gifty
Onyx.
subs. It does mean a lot. Like I genuinely could not keep doing this full time without that kind of generosity. So it does mean a whole heck of a lot.
Thank you, Chaotic Awesomey, for gifting a sub to Alakabob.
Yeah, just a casual 50 bum. What happens at 300 subs? I don't have a set thing. I need to get a set thing. That's just the sub goal.
Thank you, Chaotic Awesomey,
here's what
for
I'll do.
gifting a sub to Charleston.
I mean, I don't have the shirt ready. If we hit the 300 subs, I have stuff here to cosplay as the avatar I've got on the Twitch side.
Thank you, Chaotic Awesomey, for gifting a sub to Spec.
I don't have the shirt handy. The shirt's in the dirty laundry because I just wore it the other day. So I can't get the right shirt, but I got the accessories, which will probably get the point across enough.
Thank you, Chaotic Awesomey, for gifting a sub to Razlak.
I also need to test something. One moment. Do you show up? No, you don't. Perfect.
Thank you, Chaotic Awesomey, for gifting a sub to BioFreak.
Because I have something for at some point I want to do. I got to figure it out because it's one of those things that'll be a fun gag to do, but it's a fun gag that'll get uncomfortably hot really quick.
For gifting a sub to
So
Barrickda.
it's not a thing I'm just gonna like do for an entire stream, because at 11 hours for a stream I would probably actually push like heat exhaustion or dehydration or something. Okay.
Thank you, Chaotic Awesomey,
Now
for
we're on the
gifting a
tail
sub
end.
to
I
Mr.
remember that was
underscore
near the
Peanut
end of the list of-
555.
Yeah, so it's Mr. Peanut Butter. Okay, so we got like 6 more. We're almost done with all those. This is a derailing the stream with
Thank
positivity.
you, Chaotic Awesomey, for gifting a sub to Zerian.
Man, I've been deliberately keeping it as like letting it read off one by one, because I figure if someone's willing to drop, you know, $100 or $200 or $250 on the channel, I'm gonna let them disrupt the channel. Now, if it ever were to become a thing that it was everyone doing it, I mean, that's a good problem to have. You know, there'd definitely be a point that would be a limit, but I don't think we're anywhere near that.
Thank you, Chaotic Awesomey, for gifting a sub to Dreamfly Remix.
Like at the most, it's once like every 3 to 6 months we have that kind of disruption of like a big sub bomb.
Thank you,
All right.
Chaotic Awesomey, for gifting a sub to Alexander A.
And that said, like as one big go, 50 is one of the biggest we've had. All right, so 3 more for the last 3.
Thank you, Chaotic Awesomey, for gifting a sub to Dies44.
I was, let's see. Well, glad I could get your regular schedule disruption. There's no regularity behind it. Like it's
Thank you, Chaotic
sorry,
Awesomey, for gifting a sub
trying to keep
only
all the
776.
all the emotions and levelness. It is one of those things that you do start to like stress out, and you're like, oh man, no. Number gets smaller.
Thank you, Chaotic
and then someone drops
Awesomey,
his like
for gifting a sub to
number
Ballstack.
no gets smaller. But yeah, it means a lot that people would support the channel in that way, because like that's a heck of a lot of money to drop all at once to show support. And there's cookies biddies. I forgot about the biddies. All right, but thank you so much for all that support. Chaotic Awesome, that is incredibly generous of you, and so thank you so much for that. That's not even the first time you've been very generous in supporting the channel. And very genuinely, like I said, this wouldn't be possible without that generosity. And thank you, Cookie, as well, for those biddies. We're gonna get back into it, because there's that. It is one of those things that I was gonna say that I wonder. So like, yeah, I'm streaming to both TikTok and Twitch right now. It's the first time I've done that. But it's one of those things I wonder about with some other stuff, like when I post the videos for my streams to YouTube later, where it's a recording kind of thing. It always makes me wonder what it's like to watch a recording of a stream and then just have it like 10-15 solid minutes of like chat being ridiculous and supportive. Those look like they're probably actually dangerous. Nope, they're friendly. Okay. I have completely lost track of what we were doing here. I think we were just getting materials in general here. Oh, interesting. That one little spot is being mistaken as cave. Right, so I need a bunch of carbon. Just post it as is. They don't. Well, see if they'll skip it. Yeah, no, that's. I mean, I don't have the time to edit, so that is literally what's going to happen. Like low key, that well, not so low key. Just in general, the change they made on Twitch, where we can now just take our clips and just slice them to vertical format to just upload directly to TikTok without having to do extra steps, has been one of the greatest things for me dealing with all of that. Stocks praise for days. Pure ferrite. Excellent. So the nice thing is, when the weather isn't rainy and awful, I can just stroll along this plant's surface without any problems. There's just the air consumption deal. There's lots of wildlife. So far, none of it seems hostile. We have copper, copper. Got a bunch of materials over there. Okay. There's silver and cobalt. Just straight up carbon. Okay. So we did find some good caves and all that. More pure ferrite and carbon, which is always a plus. Because that's the only reason we're on this class. We're just trying to gather some materials. It's fine. I'll just let the fight do its thing. I'm not here to intervene to help people. I'm here to survive to the center of the galaxy. Whatever happens to other people is not my problem. I got a storm incoming, so it's time to pop back down here as soon as we can. That's the sound of peace chat. A lot of violence and silence. Alright. Okay, is there anything we need to still make here? Alright. We need to get that going. Shield lattice increases the base capacity of the hazard protection. So we need more oxygen to put in there. We need sodium nitrate and antimatter for the defense, but more importantly we need this one, which is sodium nitrate. And so that's one thing we could do, is just take you. What is that? I was gonna say, it's like that music's getting kindly right out of here. When you're sitting there listening, it's like, what is that tone? It's ear killing. Alright, so we got a lot of materials going on here. So downsides, I can't really... No, actually, I think it'll say out loud, it'll be like, weather is past or whatever. Oh, right, I was gonna check to see what the Morrow bulbs gave us if we processed them. So I just don't remember. Ooh. Platinum and silver, you say? Just keep getting those materials. Okay. So, let's see what happens if I were to put platinum in here. Nanite clusters. That's cool. The bulbs? The bulbs become sodium. I'm down for that. There's gathering materials to the storm passes. I'm guessing the attack is over. I wonder, like, what difference it makes if you don't help with the attack versus if you do. Like, I assume if you do help with the attack, they'll give you something for free or give you some credits or whatever. You know, get standing. You know, versus if you do nothing and just let it play out, you know, then you don't get those things. Yep, so that storm's still pretty... Yeah, ones in the ceiling are just cobalt. And not seeing any creatures down here. I take that back. Well, that's pretty good for carbon. Okay. Alright, so storm's finally going away. Yes, we're getting a bunch of materials that are pretty good. What the heck is that? What's interesting though is that that's not showing up to scan or with the well, sure. It's apparently nothing. Just like a little shelter or whatever. Unknown building, buried cache. You see nothing? We're all cool here. You still see nothing. Be cool, little sentinel. I just want that condensed carbon. This doesn't have to end in violence. There we go. Okay, so we can make our way over here to... Oh, you. Cool. There's tons of materials on the surface here we can get. This is a good plan for just grabbing a bunch of, like, very basic materials. Alright, that was more durable than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was just going to pop in a second. We just walk and do it. What are you? Subterranean organic structure. I don't remember what that is, but I'm curious.
Weather warning. Incoming storm.
Alright. Gonna run over here since I need to get there anyways. Oily remains. Everyone's favorite. Alright, so we're just gonna have to collect materials and then duck back in the cave, then do all that. So it's not a proper cave, it's one we just kind of chipped real fast, so. Okay. I was kind of hoping I'd just get lucky and, happen to find another cave this way. It's pretty unlikely, but you know. Right now, because this is a cave I made, it doesn't really help with a lot of stuff. Like, it'll prevent me from taking more damage. It won't clear up the weakening that's already occurred. Alright. Meanwhile, so I'm not just standing still. Alright.
Temperature levels stabilizing.
Cool, and we'll actually recover from this. Where?
Weather update. Storm clearing.
Now I get to have all the sweet copper.
Technology recharge.
Okay. That is a pretty solid copper node, actually. I was worried when it was bisected by the cave, I was like, oh, it's gonna be a tiny one. I'm like, nope. There's, definitely plenty here. Alright. It is a copper node that has 2 sections. Thank you for the 100 biddies cookie. Hey, little chef, how's it going? So much copper. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Alright, so I think that's all the stuff we're gonna get out of this, really. Alright. So with all that, how much copper did I get out of that? We got 300, we got another... Yeah, so we got about 450, if not more. That's pretty solid. That was loud. Yeah. Let me see if I can adjust the alerts. That is not what I wanted to do. Thank you for the follow. Oh, that's actually it, just literally playing again. Let's cut you down to about there. Apply. Alright. Jump scare TikTok files. Yeah, that's what happens. I lowered it. Like, I need to get the sounds replaced and all that. Like, literally, this is the very first stream I've done on TikTok. For those who are over on TikTok, I am a content creator who primarily has been on Twitch. That's where my main audience is, but been expanding over to TikTok just recently. Now I can actually get into it for properly streaming to it and all that. But there's a lot. Okay, so we did find a bunch of copper. Where is our ship again? It's not like right above me, is it? That's on our planet. I guess I have to actually get out of here. There you are. Anything new to be discovered right here? So magnetized ferrite wouldn't be a bad thing to grab. Do I have the inventory space for it? No. No, I do not. I literally don't have any inventory space left. Okay, so we can grab some air and start working our way over. So there's a second node right here, which is good. Oh, and
Technology recharge.
you see nothing, go away. Go away, little bot. There's nothing to see here. Mind your business, bot. I'm watching this while you work out? Nice. Hope you have yourself a good workout. Get out of here, bot. Is it entertaining? Oh, cool. That is the idea. Okay. Now I'm gonna fight with my inventory right now. So just work our way back over to our ship. Did I drop stuff off today? I already scanned you. Yeah, I have. So work our way back over to our ship. Drop all that kind of stuff off and all the good things. But as a reminder for those who are new to the channel and all that good stuff. Oh, come on. Just let me... Oh, it's a song is like, what? Alright. Get into our ship. That way we don't have to worry about that. Okay. Oh, it's interesting you put in a ship's inventory because ours is full. Alright, that's fine. Is there anything else I need to break up? What are you? Oily remains. That was not worth it. Alright. Let's go and lift off this planet because we got a bunch of materials, which is what we're here for. And we do have marked an ancient ruin.
Hostile scan detected.
That is actually a big not good.
Warning. Threat detected.
Alright, well, I guess we get to fight for our life.
Approaching.
Oh, this is bad. This might be the it for a run. We are not well equipped for combat. It's a group of 3 decent ships. Alright, we're gonna try and just literally run for it. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. Seems to be we're okay. I spoke too soon. Hey, freighters.
Technology recharge.
And I don't have the supply to just speed recharge. Wait. One of the ships is gone. Cool. It's fine. So where was the stuff we were looking for earlier? Perfect. So we ran to a much bigger ship and hid in its shadow. Alright. You take it easy, little chef. Thank you for dropping by. And part of the reason we're not taking our chances fighting stuff like that is just because we are on permadeath. Permadeath is about, you know, risk mitigation as best you can. There's going to be a lot of cases where we have something that is probably a doable fight, but, you know, has a certain level of risk that we don't need, that we just go, yeah, we're not going to do it. Man, it is impossible to see on this planet.
Weather update. Storm clearing.
Cool. Torrential acid is the weather.
Toxic protection. Falling.
Look at that go down. Alright, so we're gonna be getting out our ship in a moment. I just want to deal with the oxygen real fast. So I still need more oxygen for that. We can make a life support gel, and that should be better. That's not what that was a waste of fuel. That's not what you want to see as weather. Yeah.
Toxic protection. Falling.
I thought it said the weather was clearing.
Extreme toxicity detected.
That should be recovering.
Technology recharge. Extreme toxicity detected. Toxic protection falling.
Alright, so this one's gonna be tricky. Because even though it says the weather's clearing, it still is really awful outside. I mean, it's saying 0.0 tox outside and 0 rad. Now, more than likely, the things we want are underground. So we're going to try and get the stuff up top real fast, and then we'll worry about the underground thing.
Toxic protection falling.
Just have to power through it. Stop reading. I'm standing in awful.
Toxic protection falling.
Got knowledge stone over there. We already grabbed that one.
Toxic protection falling.
Okay, the imprint of an ancient civilization was once absorbed by this strange marker. The story of Akin is somehow spills out in a language of my own people. The noble travelers will be spared. Their journey through the cosmos shall not be thwarted. So it is decreed. The will of Herc commands it. The Vakin shall honor the judgment and the belief of the ancients. Give me more of your language. Okay.
Protection stabilizing. Units received. Units received.
So this planet sucks.
Units received. Units received. Toxic protection falling.
Let's see. You tried to place a route, but you go 3 meters in space to scan and get attacked by a group of ships. Yep, it does happen. We just had that, and we did the appropriate thing, and we turned our tail and ran away.
Units received. Units received. Toxic protection falling. Units received. Toxic protection falling.
Alright, get back in here. Just trying to scan what I can before we leave. This is definitely a plan we don't want to stick around with when that storm goes away and it's still just absolutely obliterating all of our defenses. Hey, milestone! We now know 20 words.
Toxic protection falling. Units received. Units received. Toxic
All right.
protection falling.
Now you play custom without a ship attacking, as it does not make sense to me.
Stabilizing.
Yeah, no, it's just like difficulty settings. It's interesting that that's not showing those either way. Wait, their diet is the Gravitino balls? Those are the things that, if you grab them, the Sentinels absolutely go ballistic.
Protection falling. Units
Wait, what? Oh, it's just a sentinel doing sentinel things.
Falling.
Alright, so this planet sucks. How are we doing on our launch fuel? We are low.
Technology recharge.
I mean, I should have what I need. I need ferrite dust. That shouldn't be too hard. So what else do I need for the... Alright, so I gotta break some rocks before we can leave the planet. Yeah, planets like these are what I'm used to starting the permadeath runs in, just because of how that normally goes at like survival permadeath. But like I said, it's just been a thing. I haven't scanned whatever that is. That this particular run we haven't had any of that kind of issue.
Units received.
I need just regular ferrite dust, not permanent.
Falling.
It's gonna literally I'm not gonna finish this thing. Just
Toxic protection. Falling.
man, that environment sucks. Now as a reminder that what ends up happening with the stream is I do stream for 11 hours a day. So what'll end up happening is about halfway through the stream, which is about 15, 20, 30 minutes, we will be switching up our games. That's the way I normally run the stream. I don't know what will happen the second time. We'll put up for a poll, but for TikTok side, I can't change the game category, so it's literally I have to stop the stream, set the new category, start the stream kind of thing. So the stream will just drop for a minute. That's just the way TikTok works, which I am like brand new on that end. And for those on the Twitch side, that is something that is currently happening right now. Is I am actually streaming to both platforms simultaneously. I finally got access to do that. It's really good for discoverability for the for content creators. You know, whether or not people hop across from one platform to the other, it's still just all good news. Because TikTok's discoverability is exponentially better than Twitch's, as in it has literally any to speak of whatsoever.
Toxic protection. Falling.
Alright. Let me in before we take a tick of damage.
Toxic damage detected.
That's fine. Alright, that's probably enough anyways to... It's not. No, a multi-tool.
Technology recharge.
Oh, I still have things on here we haven't made. Right. But yeah, so it's just a thing that I'm trying out. Because for other content creators I know who have done the streaming to multiple platforms, it's just been good news for them all the way. Like, they'll start building up an audience on their platform, which is good just in case something happens, like...
Incoming storm.
Excellent. So it can be even more awful outside.
Toxic protection. Falling.
Thank you, Touch a Cookie, for 100 biddies. I really do appreciate that support. It does mean a lot.
Toxic protection. Falling. Toxic
Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Alright. So this planet sucks. Alright, that's still enough for a warp.
technology recharge.
New planetary record. Most toxic atmosphere. You know what else sucks? Vacuum cleaners. Then you could like vacuums up. Yep. You are correct. No lies detected.
Toxicity detected.
I think I come back with a gifted sub. What the heck? Yeah, Chaotic Awesome was heckin' generous. So you know, Hyperdrive has no fuel. Look, don't lie to me. I was going to a different planet than the one we were just at. Because we can get a bunch of Parite on this planet. We've already been on it, but that other planet was really awful. You discovered recently they can mine asteroids in Starfield? Oh, interesting. I have... Oh, yeah. No, I've shot that a few times and gotten ore. I don't know how, like, efficient it is or anything. But, I never put any, like, real effort into it. But I have shot them and gotten stuff. You just destroyed them? Yeah. Like, I've shot them because, like, getting in fights with, like, four other NPC ones and just spraying shots wildly. Yeah, so we're here for ferrite. Oh, cool. That's good again at the planet surface. Alright, so it's at least balanced. Alright, I got an unknown building. In your store? I mean, so yes and no. Not normally. Technically, with permadeath, you could back up your save before you start playing or whatever, and then restore wherever it got left off. But I mean, that's kind of cheating. I didn't want this, I wanted the other thing. Which I won't be doing. If I die, it's over. That's kind of what permadeath means. But it's a classic with almost any game that is a permadeath game. It's like you are supposed to lose all your progress and have to start from scratch when you die. That's kind of the idea.
Thermal protection falling.
Antimatter housing, some sodium nitrate and all that.
Temperature levels stabilizing. Temperature levels stabilizing.
All right.
Technology recharge. Thermal protection falling.
Honestly, do it.
Weather update. Storm clearing.
There's not enough. It does seem like while I'm on the machine, it's not continuing to hurt me, which I do appreciate. So sodium nitrate. Do I just straight sodium here somewhere? I have sodium here somewhere, right? Let's get sodium. We have the platinum, we have the carbon, we have the ferrite dust, the pure ferrite. Might as well begin that. And meanwhile, we are in the lookout for sodium. All right. Hey, Sentinel, just be chill, all right? Oh, I haven't identified it yet. One moment. Now we murder it. We gotta research what we murder. New guide unlocked. Hazard protection. Cool. I don't care about that. Looking for sources of sodium. More than likely I have to find a cave and go chopping up rocks inside of it. Alright. Or I will bypass the middleman and just directly get sodium nitrate. Or nitride. That's cool. That's way easier than going and getting the middle step, and then, you know, dealing with it. All right. Yeah, it's possible it defeats the game mode. Yep. Well, it's like with a lot of the games coming out these days, or not even coming out, a lot of the way like people are taking games, like there was the World of Warcraft hardcore thing. For the longest time, that was just 100% on the honor system. That there is no game mechanic where it deletes stuff. You would go out of your way to delete your stuff. Yeah, like that's the thing. Like I totally understand doing that thing. Like so people know me mostly from the channel from Project Zomboid. Used to play that all the time on the channel. Used to even hold a world record in it and everything. But over the years, what I end up doing is I would keep a copy of like a backup save, just in case something happened. I never ended up restoring one of those backups though, in like all the time I played. There's definitely a couple times that were on the fence though. Oh, that's the other fight. I'm like, no, I stopped firing. Don't do this. This doesn't have to end violently. Let's just grab that while we're here. Got some condensed carbon up here on the hill. And we'll go looking for some rocks to break up. I know we're about to get caught in a storm trying to grab stuff real fast. Oh, that's funny. So, I apparently just finished the Calling the Animals quest. I haven't actually, killed any animals myself. They're just animals who have died because of things happening around me. That works out pretty well. Yeah, we already had the gag about, it's like, you know, superheated rainstorms, like, so just a Florida afternoon. I understand. Hey, Eunuch, how's it going? Alright, so we need to make one of those. And backpack upgrade time. And we need to make a second one of these, which I don't have the materials for. Mood, your face feels like that. Feel like a collide with a train? That's no fun.
Ground protection falling.
Alright, so we need more ferrite dust. Which I can take the more compressed forms of ferrite and turn it into ferrite dust. It comes with a loss of carbon and a loss of material, if I'm remembering correctly. So that's the whole thing. The jaws and gums are sore from the cap work yesterday on my tooth. Today, and the root canal yesterday. Yeah, root canals are no fun. I haven't had that. I have had a tooth implanted though. Which is where they put a screw into your jawbone, which is not the greatest. Hey, Tweaks Coffee. Sorry if I didn't catch that right away. Welcome, welcome. Still getting used to having the adjustment. I need to increase the size of the font. Basically, I need to go into like all the stuff for TikTok and like make the font bigger and more readable font choice. Deal with a bunch of the other clutter and all that kind of stuff. It's just the first time streaming to TikTok, so doing the whole figuring it out as we go kind of thing. Rual needs an monitor. It's not an monitor problem, like because my layout right now is I have chat over here to my left, which I am pointing right, but that's just the way because camera's mirrored. For those who are on TikTok, the camera's not even there at all. I'm trying to get that set up before stream, but it was being weird that TikTok would just put like the little camera icon. I don't know why, but it is what it is. So I'll try and get that fixed. Tomorrow's my day off stream, but I'll try and get that going. But my chat is on my left monitor. The game itself, or whatever I'm doing, is on my middle monitor. The top monitor I now have like a bunch of the TikTok stuff on. Not chat, I have everything else up there. Chat, all of it's on the left because I need to look in one place to see it all. Or I'd miss too much. But I got TikTok above as well as like Discord and those kind of things. And then on my right monitor, I got OBS, which is what I stream to the Twitch using. One short. All these planet storms making me have to constantly run for shelter. Now, pretty soon, what's going to end up happening is my wife, Toom, is going to get home. And she'll be bringing dinner home and everything. She's picking stuff up for me tonight. But usually what ends up happening is because I do stream for 11 hours, 6 days a week, roughly halfway through, it's a little before halfway through stream, I take about a 5-minute break to deal with all that, welcome her home, grab myself some food, all that kind of stuff. When that happens, because what'll end up happening is when I get back, I'll be switching games. I'll be ending up shutting down the stream on TikTok side, because I do believe I have to, my understanding is to change the category. I have to stop stream, change the category, start stream. That's just how it works. So, what'll end up happening is we'll have like the 5 or so minute break. We have the poll over on Twitch about what we're going to play, and they'll bring it back up. Because Twitch is my primary platform. I've been streaming on there for a little over 2 years now. And just recently started messing with TikTok as in like literally today's the first stream. Oh, that's going down way fast. I wasn't paying attention. Okay. Yeah, no, this is the hard difficulty. Yeah, no, that was when I won the first time for the achievement way back. All right, that should be enough. I don't want to deal with these flats with the awful weather. Oh, and you don't die instantly. Like, what did end up happening is take a bit of my life. We'll end up finding ways to get that life back. And I do know when it comes to end of stream today, which for the record, I end stream about 4 a.m. EDT, which is Eastern U.S. time zones. But I will not be able to go long at all today. Me and Toom have something that she's really looking forward to. To be honest, it's not really my thing, but I'm humoring her. That's shouldn't bother saying that. I'm just not big in haunted houses. Not like the scared part. I find it very annoying that people get in my personal space. But she really wants to go, so we're gonna go. It means a lot to her, and it's not that big a deal to me. But because of that, my sleep schedule's completely jacked up. And I've been staying up way late after stream, so I need to make sure I'm good about actually getting to bed at a reasonable hour. Because what ends up happening is after stream, I need a little time to like wind down from stream before I'm going to be able to reasonably sleep. And I'm only saying that because yesterday we went a bit long with Coral Island just because like I wanted to wrap something up kind of deal. Alright, hand in the missions. So give me a suit upgrade chart. That's for killing sentinels, and I don't want to deal with that. You'll give me a suit upgrade chart for killing more. We're not going to stay in the system, so I'm not going to worry about it. We're moving on to the next system. After stream Starfield? Yep. Starfield has been absolutely a ridiculous source of insomnia for me. Alright, so I've got the chart. I'm going to hold on to that for a moment. So get out of here and just go to the next system.
Hostile scan detected.
Okay. You only got 3 hours of sleep last night? I haven't been quite that bad. There's definitely been a couple nights. So I should also specify. The way I've been documenting sleep is when I go to bed, not necessarily when I actually fall unconscious, because, you know, I'm not exactly awake to fall on, like, to record when I fall unconscious. Man, that's good stuff. Alright. Looks like the tags on my stream are completely wrong on TikTok. I set it to No Man's Sky. I don't know what's going on with it. I'll figure it out. When I hit the halfway point where I switch the categories, it'll be different anyways, and we can worry about it then. Okay. Get to the next system, all that? Let's see, it was only that bad because you had to be up and leaving the house at 8:30 in the morning at this point. It is super annoying that when it comes to waking up first thing in the morning, it's extra hard to go to sleep. Which is just an absolute betrayal of the human body. Oh yeah, no, so for me doing those kind of things, it's just if I'm going to be on planet doing stuff anyways, you know, kind of double dip. Like, I didn't even kill any of those creatures myself. I was just kind of minding my own business, and it just so happened that the pirate attacks on the stations and all that wound up trashing everything. Yes, there's a moon behind there. Okay. But yeah, so it's like one of those things like kill animals, scan material. Like, the scan minerals want you to scan like a specific planet. So I haven't been doing that. But it's worked out pretty well to just get like the kill animal ones. Let's see, have you made it to the center? If so, does the game... So that is the quote-unquote end of the game, but the game ends and continues. I won't spoil it. Like... It is effectively like a new game plus kind of situation. But yeah, no, I've got every achievement in the game. Yeah, I don't want that junk. Alright, so let's upgrade our storage. Can I spoil it? Please? I mean, if you want to whisper to the person, like if they want to know. I mean, obviously, if you watch this playthrough, you'll eventually have it spoiled. But, you know. Gotcha. Get spoiled for all chat? Hey, I mean, you've been around a long time. It'd be an awful big shame if you weren't here anymore.
Product received.
Like that's kind of way that kind of thing happens. Like when you have someone pop in, you're like, "Hey, stop backseating. Hey, stop backseating. Hey, stop backseating." And there's like, "All right, look, man. There's a point where you're gonna see the door. Let me just put it that way." I actually usually don't put up with it very long when people start getting real backseaty.
Units received.
All right. That's interesting that those charts are worth a real big amount of money. Okay. So I want
Product received.
emergency maps. And I'll take one more, thank you. Because emergency maps mean crashed ships potentially, and crashed ships mean money. Alright. Which would be good, because I actually am getting a decent amount of money. And we're just so far been keeping our initial ships. So. Put you here. Put you there. So those are all installed and working and all that. They have the hazmat glove. Got the personal shield back on. That just needs more material. I went ahead and grabbed those because they were massively reduced price. So I was like, all right, yeah, let's just do this while we're here. Just getting rid of a bunch of material out of our inventory that I'm probably not going to need right now. Just clearing up space. Put you there. Probably good. Okay, so exosuit. Well, starship. Abandoned building. Distress signal. Yeah. Distress signal usually means smashed ship. Could also be a crashed freighter. Helps if I actually use the right icon and I'm not chasing that. Distress beacon. First, I cannot see a way anyone can backseat you unless streamer allow it. As spoilers are another matter. I mean, both of those, it's one of those things that, like, you do run into a lot of problems where, like, when it's playing Subnautica, for example, that there are people who have been around in chat for a while that were just really passionate about the game, and I ended up having, like, 2 or 3 things spoiled to me. None of them were, like, really dire, like, game-ruining kind of things, but it's, you know, they just really wanted you to find, like, the thing that they wanted to see, that they're excited to see you see. They kind of eventually had to be like, hey, I need you to sit on your hands. Like, you're genuinely going to ruin this game for me. So, like, it does happen. Spoilers, like, that can also be a ruining thing, that, like, you started playing a game and you know, someone pops in there, it's like, oh, did you know that the bad guy, you're actually the bad guy the whole time? And you're like, oh, that's a boring trope that like games have done forever. But yeah, sure. You know, or that this person's gonna betray you before the end. And like it's an actual surprise kind of situation, which is pretty rare. And it can actually ruin a game, like just completely spoil the fun of the game.
Thermal protection falling.
The same is mostly true with backseating. Alright, so it's only a C rank. That's still fine. That's still money. You watched the Baldur's Gates one with the chat really streaming? Oh yeah. That's low key I've worried about. Like I'm gonna at some point stream Baldur's Gate. I'm waiting for the category to die down a little. So that I'm just not lost in the sea of everyone streaming it kind of thing. But low-key, that's the one I'm waiting for. Is people are like, "Oh no, when you go there, make sure you have that trait that lets you see. Hey, you should reload that failed perception check. It's really funny." Like those kind of things, and they'll probably be right, but at the same time, what class ship is ideal? Depends on your intent. Like fighter ships are best at fighting, freighters are the best at hauling lots of stuff. There's science ships that are good for doing a lot of exploration things. Oh no. Cookie was the big bad this whole time? I would never guessed it. Thank you for the 100 biddies. Really appreciate that. But it's now one of those games that like, you know, ship X is the best ship. Only get ship X. There's a bit more nuance. And then plus one of the things that they did that I really appreciate is you could take ships that normally they wouldn't have the higher ranks and all that. And if you just happen to like the model for it, you can then turn around and use your resources to upgrade the ship, like its tier and all that kind of stuff. Alright, taking 1 second to stretch while we're doing this. Alright, Tomb should be home pretty soon. And then I'll have my 5-minute break. But yeah, no, it's been interesting. Just like the whole thing. All right. Yes, I'm going ahead and scanning what I can. All right, I forgot. I actually have to like sell the data. They get the little bits of data here and there. You has a kitty on your lap? Excellent. The kitty has claimed its throne. Okay. So, by hopping in that ship and claiming and doing all that stuff, that's enough that it's now ours. I just realized it didn't hit the distress beacon thing. You started a new Man's Sky run? Did they nerf how much you have to do to get your ship operational? They didn't nerf what you'd have to get the ship operational. They nerfed a lot of the like stressors and all that of going around. It's hard to tell how long ago the ship crashed here. The pilot's reptilian body is fully decomposed and the technology looks dated. The pilot's skeletal hand is clutching something. I go to investigate, but a noise in the cargo hold distracts me. You find a hollow locket that projects the image of a life form that was perhaps the pilot's mate. This, however, wasn't the only information that was stored. Hey, we can make a plasma launcher. Yeah, that was definitely worth turning around and wasting some fuel. I say as we're now out of fuel for the takeoff. Okay, and you need a metal plate. That's nice and easy. I say as I don't have ferrite dust. But yeah, it used to be like when you would spawn on a planet, it was just like immediately, you know, run for cover kind of thing. And then, you know, assess your situation from there is the way it used to be. But with this one, like, it's not that the planet didn't have any dangers. It was relatively, relatively safe, though, like, comparatively speaking. Like, it's still... Ooh, just copper straight up in those. That's good. Sadly, it's only trace amount, so I'm not going to take my time. Like, I kind of miss those days as well. Like, that was kind of the fun of doing, like, the survival runs and all that. It was a very slow start. That you had to, like, slowly get together what you needed to survive. Versus I felt like I got up and running on the first planet and then into space pretty quickly. Yeah, so the game definitely feels like it's become easier. But I mean, part of that is like how many updates have we had? Each update usually will add some new tech, some new tools, all that kind of stuff. Alright, and that'd be Tomb getting home, I'm pretty sure. So what's going to happen here in just a moment is I'm going to pick up a little bit more ore. I'm going to run to our ship. We're going to climb back out immediately, because when you get in and out, I think it's when you pop out of your ship is when it saves. So I want to update my save. So do this. Pop out. So you see restore point saved. And with that, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go over and recording per play to putting this on YouTube later and say goodbye YouTube whenever you get to see this.